Hello and welcome to Bounty in Comics. My name is John Trent. I'm the founder and editor-in-chief of Bounty in Comics. I'm joined by my associate editor, Spencer McCooley, and my co-host, Donald Emmons. And you are watching the Black Pill stream.
Yes, daily dose, or I guess weekly dose.
Yes, weekly dose. We have a lot to talk about.
Bell 2.0.
Oh, you got a new bell? I thought that was
bell.
I've got the ad.
Fantastic.
It was crazy. Like as soon as the ad started going for the
that sound went off
right when you hit the bell. So I thought it was from the ad.
Like some effect.
Because I looked away. To catch this to try and mute the ad because it was blasting in my headphones. But that's awesome. We actually have one of those as well because my mother-in-law is actually stationed in Okinawa, so they have they got some cool. They have a cool Japanese bell. We have one of those. It's really cool. But yeah, so we got a big show for you tonight. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Loki. That is the thumbnail. Season 1, episode 2. What was it called?
It was called Take a Nap.
I did not write the title down. I think it was called The Variant. It was called The Variant,
it's The Variant.
This is a lame title for a TV show. Take a nap I think that's even the set piece sequences sucked. But we'll get into that. We're gonna get into some Victoria Alonso. She's back saying crazy things just like she did when she was promoting Captain Marvel about the X-Men. Did you know they're outdated? Well, obviously you would because they're doing the Hellfire Gala, so they definitely dated themselves back.
It's so done.
I haven't watched it. I haven't read any of the Hellfire Gala. I know Don and Spencer are reading it, so we'll probably get some hot takes from them on that as well. And then we got some more idiotic comments from Jack Schaefer, which make absolutely no sense. Even they literally they really don't make any sense.
No, they don't
whatsoever. It's truly just bizarre. Because I didn't finish WandaVision, but I feel like I've seen enough clips to understand that what she was saying still doesn't make sense. So we'll get into that as well. So we got a big show tonight, lots to talk about. And then I also Mark or Seth put us on that they made Tim Drake gay or bisexual. And I was doing a little bit of research. I saw Az had a video on it that he put up. And then it looks like that happened in Batman Urban Legends #4. So
Az.
I'll be doing an article on that tomorrow probably. So look for that tomorrow. I'm already plugging stuff for tomorrow, but I guess we can talk about that today. I don't know. I haven't read it, so it's hard for me to know. And it's Reddit, so again, who knows?
We did it, Reddit.
people at Reddit like to fantasize that they read things, just like Screen Rant and CBR. So. I mean, I just remember that the thing that really sticks out to me with CBR was that 300 article that they did, and the actual film disproves whatever their argument was. I don't remember what their argument was about it, but there's literally this segment of Leonidas talking to the Persian messenger before he kicks him down the well, which completely destroyed their entire argument that they were making. It was look. It was almost oh my gosh, Leonidas has dialogue in this film.
Oh
that,
wow!
Completely disputes what you just claimed.
It's almost like they don't engage.
Yeah. So I don't know. So we'll see if this is actually true or not. But if Az is talking, I tried to I scrolled through Az's video a little bit to see if he showed any of the panels. I didn't see anything. It looked like he was just showing through a CBR list of all of Tim Drake's romances, and they were all women, so maybe I missed one that was a guy at the end or something.
Yeah, right.
But so that's possible. But yeah, I'll be looking into Batman Urban Legends #4 to see what the real story is. But let's get to the chat here. So we got a lot of folks in the chat already. Loki, Templar,
Jubilee.
Justice.
That's my one true pairing is Tim Drake and Jubilee because of that one moment in the DC Marvel crossovers. They were awesome. They were cute.
Yeah, usually it's from what I understand, it's usually Steph, right?
Yeah. Spoiler.
Yeah. So
that's how she got her start.
what does that do to her now? I wonder.
leaves her in limbo. What do these companies don't care anymore? They'll throw your characters to the side and screw continuity.
Yeah, but
what is that?
Loki Templar of Justice is here. I think that's Lopter. Pretty convinced.
Or Mercale.
Yeah.
Constantly evolving forms.
Hail to you. Mark, like I said, Mark Lyseth is here. Hail, Mark. Chris Neville is here as well. He's spoiling Loki episode 2, which we're gonna be doing that as well. So there's nothing wrong with that. Yes, female Loki is here now. You're out of the job. She said she didn't like using that name, and then I saw some post-credit credit scenes in the end credits where people were speculating that it's actually Enchantress and not a Loki variant, but who knows? That seems like
I don't know about that. Yeah,
I feel like people are just like I said, I think that's just people are trying to wish for that because it's been pretty clear they've been describing them as a Loki variant.
Yeah.
So Deviant Porg is here. Deviant Porg says he's talking about Tim Drake as well. They don't know what to do with Tim.
They don't. It sucks.
I don't think they really know what to do with any of their characters anymore, and that's across the board. That's like comics.
Actually, that's really true.
Animation and movies.
And movies,
and TV live action.
Just nobody knows what to do over here in the West anymore.
Jay Lee is here. Hail, Jay Lee.
Jay Lee, what's up, buddy?
Let's keep going here.
Yeah, it's funny when they don't know what to do with the characters in manga. Guess what? The series ends.
Right? Or they do something
they figure something out, like they die or something, or kill them off.
Or you send them on a mission and they're gone for a couple chapters, and then you bring them back.
Like 2 decades later.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Super.
Time skip it.
Yeah.
Erase GT. That's pretty much.
Erase GT, but save Super Saiyan 4. I like that design. It appeals to my inner 12-year-old.
No, Super Saiyan 4 is a freaking awesome design.
He's so cool.
Sean the Movie Man 71 is here. He says, "Hey,
Sean.
John, Spencer, and Donald."
What's up, buddy?
You, Sean, good to see you. Light Yagami is here.
Light.
Zoro,
don't piss him off.
Don't write my name down.
Zoro is a Japanese war criminal in One Piece, but yet he is my most favorite character of all time, despite I myself not being a Japanese war criminal in real life. Oh, I love that. You already are on board with the Victoria Alonso stuff. You knew we were going to be talking about that.
Good thing it's not your money being left on the table.
Yeah, love it. You're already ahead of the game there. Justin, skipped on me. Talking about skips, the chat skipping. Justin Ferreira is here. Sup, people? Fenrir the Ice Wolf.
Fenrir
says, "Hail, everybody! Hail, Fenrir." Mr. Anime 343 is here as well. Hail to you, Mr. Anime 343. Tahilum 29, good to see you. Bounding into Comics, good to see you as well. Tahilum, I'm glad that YouTube's figured it out now. You're not getting.
Yeah, they're not catching your comments.
Yeah, it's not that good to see you. Bounding into Comics is now working. It's so weird that was being caught by their little like naughty spam filter.
I know, right? Just saying hello.
Yeah. Roof Korean is here. He says Roof Koreans will continue until morale improves.
All leadership should be Roof Koreans.
The Buddy Smith is here as well. He says for Steph, they're already trying to ship her with Cassandra Cain. Okay.
Oh.
I can see hints of that. They were starting. There was a little weird hint of that in the Future State stuff, but I thought I was just being oversensitive to it. Like I thought my woke dar was just going like overly like it was oversensitive, but I guess not. I guess it was on point.
I mean, it's all woke now.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it really is. At least in the West.
I just flipped through the Pride issue that DC put out. Oh man, they actually did introduce the Justice League Queer.
Wait, you picked that up? I just skipped over it on the shelves.
Hey man, it's gonna be worth so much money when all of these characters are super fan favorites, like Crush, Lobo's daughter, and
they still trying to push her.
Oh yeah. Here, let me see if I can share.
The design for her is terrible.
Oh yeah, all of it's awful.
Yeah, I actually just finished before we went live on stream here. I just finished reading volume 5 of My Hero Academia.
Nice.
And so it's the end of the tournament arc, and like Bakugo is getting the first place trophy, and he's just like, this medal is worthless because I didn't actually have to fight Todoroki at its full strength.
I love that they have to they have to like tie him up and like forcefully put the medal over him.
Yeah, he has to like, he's got it in between his teeth like a dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought that was just, it was such a cool moment because he was like, this is a participation trophy. I don't actually deserve this because I didn't fight Todoroki at his like full strength.
I love that mentality. Like that's a Goku mentality. Oh my
yeah, that's definitely a Goku mentality. That's not a Vegeta, but that is not a Vegeta mentality. That is not a Vegeta
mentality.
I mean, well, I don't know. Sometimes so Vegeta is sometimes with Goku he is.
With Goku he is. But with other people he's just like dirty fireworks. Like, seriously. He's like, all right, I'm gonna hit you with everything. Oh, everything worked? I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, he's more like, I want to show that I am overpowered.
Yeah, and then he gets angry at Goku because it's like, dude, show me your full power. Like, it's exactly the Bakugo thing. It's like, this is not, you're not actually testing me. It's like when a football team puts in their second string quarterback in like the second quarter, like, you know that they're not taking you seriously.
Exactly. But I love that because you don't see that anymore because it's like, you want to be challenged. He wanted to be challenged. And so he rejects he rejects that first place medal because he wasn't actually fighting. He didn't actually fight Todoroki at his top form, and that's like literally shown in the previous pages where he like literally does like a jump move where he like exposes himself to Todoroki's fire side, and he doesn't.
Yeah, right.
It. So it's explained too.
There we go.
Jeez.
Here's our Justice League queer. We've got Batwoman. We've got Aqualad. We've got Crush. We've got Apollo and Midnighter. We've got Ray, which is a retcon. Natasha. I don't even know what her superhero name is. Steel. I think she's just Steel as well. You got Steel. You got Bunker. You've got
a Lobo chick.
Yeah. You've got Tracy 13. You've got, this character is so weird down here. The one holding up his fist, because I think he's introduced in this issue, and he's basically just gay Doctor Strange. And I don't like, that's his character. That's not even being derogatory. It's just he's Doctor Strange and he's gay. Like, that's his character.
And black, it looks like.
Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. Or he's not even black. Yeah. He's the
or he's like Indian.
The ambiguously ethnic, where they don't have to tell you what he is until somebody gets angry, and you need to pull the representation card and go, "Oh, he was Indian all along." That's why we drew him brown.
Why does this look like a freaking Eyes Wide Shut orgy?
Because page. Who knows? But I'm most mad that they put right there, Justin, the Golden Knight, that they made her. Like, I'm assuming they're making her trans, and that sucks because in the comics she was one of King Arthur's knights who was a girl and like did the whole disguise her identity thing and still made it into the court of Arthur and was in love with, oh my gosh, who was the one that
Lancelot?
Yeah, Galahad. I think Galahad, that's who it was. And now they're saying like yeah, right, Gawain. And now they're just saying like, oh yeah, now she's a he. Like that sucks. Like, it's so pandering.
This guy has a unibrow.
Oh, I don't even know what this character is. Look at him. Like,
he's like a butterfly.
He's like Pootie Prisoner. That's One Punch Man.
Yeah, right. He's apparently like Aqualad's date to this Pride Parade.
Oh, it's just it's a random insert.
Yeah, exactly. I was just about to say it's probably a self-insert. And like,
who's the little girl underneath the new Aqualad's arms there?
I have no idea. They showed her. Show her in a different.
She Asian. She looks Asian.
She looks Asian. I have no idea. They just show her she looks like Monet from X-Men. But it's not her. Obviously, I have no idea who it is. Like,
I actually like that the King Arthur design. That's a cool design.
Yeah, he's real. Like, I love him.
It looks like the knight design from Lego.
It does look like the knight design from Lego, and it looks like a Gundam helmet without like the helmet, like just the crest. I do like that. But like, here, I'll show you what that other character looks like in a splash page, and maybe people can identify her because I don't know.
So, yeah, apparently Tracy 13 wasn't gay.
Oh yeah, Tracy 13 wasn't gay either. She was who did she was in like a relationship with Jaime, I think. Yeah. That was a good run. So yeah, there she is down here on the left. I don't know who she is. Like legitimately no idea.
Oh, I feel like that's a new character.
She probably is. Because
I feel like I recognize that. I feel like I did something on that.
Maybe it's like Green Arrow related. It looks like Ninja. Oh my gosh, is that Red Arrow? Is that Emiko? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I think it might be. But look at this dude's design. Like he's got a fanny pack and suspenders and short shorts. It's just none of it looks good. And a unibrow.
Yes, because all the gay people I know look exactly like that.
Now they all do own that specific top, but they don't all look like that.
So who's the guy in the front?
Some guy. I was just skimming through it. I have no idea who it is.
The werewolf guy. Who is that?
He's just a guy who shows up. They literally don't explain it. I think
with a Batman symbol.
I think he shows
literally looks
right.
Like,
it looks like a bat symbol. I thought it
looks
was
like
I thought it was what's his name at first.
It looks like
Batwing. Batwing.
Yeah,
Batwing at first.
Batwing. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea who it is. He just appeared.
Like a werewolf. It's like a bat wolf. Tasmanian devil is what Mark Lister stuff is saying. I don't know if that's like what he's calling it. I don't know if that's true, but yeah.
Oh, I think that might be him. I mean, that is a real like character. But see, here's what I'm talking about. This guy is literally just Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's Doctor Strange.
It's literally Doctor Strange. It's literally just gay Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he doesn't look black there on that page either.
I know.
He looks like Doctor Strange.
He's so Doctor Strange. It's so bad.
Yeah. Justin Ferrer asks if that's a new Wildcat.
The same hair. Oh, it better not be. We've already got enough Wildcats. They can't even do enough with the 2 Wildcats they have. We don't need a new one.
DZ3 says, I like the current design of Midnighter and Apollo, but he found the issue cringy. Yeah, I like the Midnighter design. Looks pretty cool.
Midnighter's always looked rad, and I like Apollo with short hair. Yeah, no, like the they should not be included. Oh yeah, the knee pads are rad. The boots, just like this.
Yeah, Mark is saying
standard mask.
Mark's saying it's Tasmanian Devil from the Global Guardians.
I believe it.
Bardians, not the Global Guardians.
Well, no, he corrected himself.
The Global Bardians. Are they all bards? Yeah, I was gonna say, are they all bards or are they all just drinking all the time? It's John Constantine and
yeah. Why wasn't Constantine on there? I thought they made.
He is. They do have a what the hell do you call it? Like a splash page. They have a splash page for him in the issue, so they include him. He's there.
Yeah, maybe I should buy this comic just so I can use it as a resource for my next part
Toilet
2.
Paper?
Yeah, your part 2.
Part 2.
Send it off to a grading place and get it 9.0. It'll be worth millions. Oh, there's another thing I wanted to show off from this issue because it's so bad and just so emblematic of everything we were just talking about. Is we all know there's that like non-binary Flash with no legs or whatever. They gave her own Mirror Master, and that's her Mirror Master.
Huh?
Is she gay too?
The Flash is. I don't know about the Mirror Master. I just saw that design and went, "Wow, that is awful."
It's like Chameleon.
It's like Chameleon with like Colossus with like what's his name? Jamie Madrox, Storm, and like a diner worker. Like I don't understand the shirt.
No,
like,
that's Luke Cage almost.
Yeah, it's very Luke Cagey actually, just with like the mask.
That's ugly.
Yeah,
it's so bad.
And then she's got like spider webbing on the shirt.
I know, like on the shirt, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's too much. It's too much.
If they were gonna go with her face being like that, her whole like body should have been
like that.
She just should have been like a mirror.
That would have been super cool. Or like make her face just like a normal face, but it's reflective. Like
yeah.
Don't they have that for Wildcats though?
Somebody has that. That sounds super familiar. As soon as I said it, I was like, I know.
I'm sure that someone's thought of that.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm positive it's not original.
Yes, like Spartan's secondary person, like that the android that he always talks to.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Not
That
Spartan.
weird. It's not Mr. Terrific. It's oh my gosh, I'm gonna blank on it. I can't do it.
I'm blanking on it.
I can't do it. Wow, this is a great show, guys. Everybody, all around. We're your hosts with the most.
The guy that they made Jimmy Olsen into in Supergirl.
Guardian. No, he doesn't have a drone yet.
Sentinel or whatever they called him.
Sentinel nowadays, or what's Duke? Signal.
Dread Pirate Mikey says it's bowling night. She didn't have a chance to. Vintage Comic Club asks, has DC officially given up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, they also made a Fat Pied Piper.
Pretty much.
Void.
I think that
Void.
Is that's the guy that you were thinking about?
Void.
Oh yes, that's right.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I really stopped reading DC Comics. I think I officially quit in like 2019 for the most part.
Yeah, same. I quit with.
Spencer says that he bought this comic.
No. Yes, I bought this comic.
And you're reading all the metal stuff too.
I was going to say that. I was going to say I stopped mostly with Heroes in Crisis, came back in for Metal, and then after Metal, I was just like, all right, none of this is interesting anymore. Like once you take away the big epic scale of like the multiverse and things ending, DC doesn't really have a lot going for it.
Yeah, so I saw where is it here? I'm seeing it on the chat here. Okay, yeah, Chris Neville says 3. Yeah, that's basically when I did 3 years ago, 2019. I guess 2019 is 2 years ago, so 2018, I guess, would be 3. Yeah, so I probably stopped around the same time. I can't even remember. Like I stopped around like Batman 50. That's a lot. Like really, that's where I kind of tuned out.
I don't blame you. Yeah,
that stuff. It just wasn't. And I was doing like huge polls too at my local comic shop.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh yeah, there's nothing being pulled. Power Rangers, that's about it.
I don't pull anything at all anymore.
I know, right?
I basically like stopped getting floppies.
Yeah, I mean, for me that's
that too.
More trade, yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they're written for trades anyways now, so it's almost like why read it
in
the way
floppy?
It's not even the way it's not supposed
especially
to be
when
read.
like 3/4 of the book are like ads nowadays.
Yeah,
like it's bad.
I still have some comics. I mean, I still do like some of the Indiegogo stuff, and I've got like I got Florida Man up there, and I've got what else? I got some like old stuff. But
don't you have like some She stuff? Didn't you get some of Billy Tucci stuff?
Yeah, I got the She the first one. I don't know if I backed the second one. I'm not sure. It all
Common America.
It all gets yeah. I have Common America. I got the first one of that. Which
I'm excited for the second one.
I got the first and second one. They're at 3. I think they're at 3 and 4 now.
I think it's 3 or 4. It's one of them. I know they're doing the Black Hops crossover.
I got the combo one with the hardcover.
Yeah,
I think has like 3 stories in it. I'm not sure.
Know how many ads are in Berserker?
None.
Goose egg.
One in the back. That's it.
One in the back for another boom book.
For another book.
For other boom titles.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Yeah, that's what you expect. Someone was asking about that if it's good. I mean, is it good? It looks good.
The artwork looks phenomenal.
Artwork's great.
I mean, it's Matt Kint. Yeah, the guy's solid.
Yeah, and then the story, it's very like it goes into like his exploring what he is as an immortal, kind of his regeneration.
Is he like Eternal Warrior?
That's kind of what he sounds like.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's lived such a long time. Yeah.
Eternal Warrior is like a freaking awesome. Like I'm telling you, like I jumped into Valiant midway through like their like reboot or whatever with Dinesh's stuff. So I missed a lot of the first stuff, but I came on when they were doing this trade called the Valiant. It's 4-issue trade miniseries, and I jumped on into Valiant then, and I was hooked because it was so good.
It was so good.
The Valiant was so great, and like the villain is called the Immortal Enemy, and he's an Eternal Warrior villain. But they have the whole like Valiant universe trying to fight this guy, and they lose. He's the Immortal Enemy. He can't beat him. And his powers were so cool because he's like a shapeshifter. He's basically like the devil. He shapeshifts. He has like fear-based powers. He like brings your greatest fears to life. He like can like seduce you. He's just, and his whole goal is to like kill like the Geomancer to like keep balance or something like that. So it's just really, I just got hooked, and I got hooked with Bloodshot and Jeff Lemire, and then he started writing. I started reading his Bloodshot stuff, and man, his Bloodshot was like really good because that's when you get it was a deep-powered Bloodshot.
Yeah,
but it's like a really, really like interesting introspective with that character, and I thought it worked really well. Usually when you do stuff like that, especially nowadays, modern times, it like sucks, but like he did it really well. He introduced the Magic character as a romantic love interest, and it worked. I love that like, and then it turned into a redemption arc, which was freaking awesome. Like it was just that like, I think it's like Bloodshot Reborn, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, it's Reborn. That's what it was.
And that was like really good. And then I think he went on to the next part, and that was okay because it was weird because there was like 2 time periods and you're jumping back and forth, and it was a little, I don't know, it wasn't as good. Reborn was like really good though.
Yeah, I remember I read Valiant when they kind of rebooted everything, like the big one when they started everything over with like
2012.
Yeah, like exactly, like all the way back then. And I think I read up to the Valiant, and then just like I took like a breather, like that crossover's done, and then like I kind of just forgot to pick the books back up. But no, it's so good. I loved XO Manowar. Like
XO is good.
Oh gosh, they really played up the history part, like of what the heck? He's like a Gaul, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's a Gaul that is kidnapped by like aliens, taken to like the alien world, and then he like he's time distance. There's like a time thing that happens, and then when he comes back, he's like in modern times, and he's in like the X.
He's got that suit.
But yeah, the suit is also like it like is alive. It's
right. It's almost like Venom.
Yeah, kind of similar.
A little bit.
And then what happens is that the aliens that had like kidnapped him, the suit is like who leads them basically, and so like there's lots of people who hate him because like they think like one of their people should be like ruling instead of the suit. The suit chose him. But Matt Kint's Ninjak run was really good too. I really like he brought back these like 7 like gang leaders or whatever, but they all have like different powers and stuff, and that was really cool. I really like that as well. Like all the Valiant stuff around like 2013 2014 was like really good. They had like top talent, top writers, top artists. Like Doug Braithwaite was doing stuff too, and these are people I all disagree with their politics on, but they were still writing like really. Except for Ken, I don't know what his politics are.
I think he's like quiet all the time.
I don't think he's ever shared it, but like Lemire and Braithwaite, I've seen them, like they post that stuff, but they still write good stuff, definitely. And it's not the stuff in their writing isn't like the politics don't bleed into their writing.
Yeah, they're not pushing anything on you. It's like we always talk about. It's the internal politics of what's going on.
Right.
Like when XO Manowar comes back and he's trying to, I'm the Gaul king. There's no I'm going to make Macedonia great again. Like there's none of that kind of crap. Like it's just internal.
He does they do create their own like civilization because it's not just him. There was like his whole tribe was like kidnapped. So they do like, I think they take over some like area in like Minnesota or something.
Yeah, they have to give them like their own range. Yeah, they do it somewhere out in the like Midwest.
It's like they have like a huge like town out there. But no, I definitely recommend that stuff from Valiant was actually really good if you're looking to check out some really good like superhero stories in a shared universe. Definitely recommend that. All right, do we want to talk about some Loki? Is that what we want to talk about? We want to talk about some Loki, Don?
Gosh, we gotta.
I will be having a review up tomorrow. I've actually have it half of it written. I don't know, maybe a quarter of it written in draft. I I watched Gary's review of episode 1, and then I kind of like watched mine again, and I figured that I should just go with the spoilers because it just, I don't know, it seemed more entertaining. Where I was trying to like not actually like spoil anything, so I'll definitely be talking more about the plot and what actually happens in this review. But I will have that up for you tomorrow. But we're going to be talking about it here as well, so you'll get kind of a preview of that. And I'm with Don. It was it repeated the same mistakes as the first episode for the most part.
It wasn't so much that, but go ahead.
Oh, I definitely think it repeated. Like there's still a lot of exposition in this one as well.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is that you want to know how bad the exposition was in the first episode. They summarized the entire first episode in less than 90 seconds in episode 2. You literally do not have to watch.
Yeah.
You do not have to watch episode 1 to know what happened in it. All you have to do is yeah. Sean the Movie Man is like, Loki spoilers, nothing happened. Yeah, no, nothing does happen. You don't have to watch, like, I guarantee you for episode 3 it's gonna be the same way because nothing happened. You can just sum up everything that happened in less than 90 seconds. It's just really like disappointing. Like even the first action sequence sucked. Like that opening sequence where they're in like Oshkosh, Wisconsin at this Renaissance fair.
Oh yeah, and then the variant is just spoilers, everybody. The variant is just murdering agents. Yeah, and
it's so lame.
Takes over one of them, I guess.
Yeah, she taps them on the forehead and somehow is able to like possess, like she's able to like control them, possess them, but she's still able. Yeah, it's like an enchantment.
So wait, it's like the thing that Loki did with the staff back in, but without the cube.
Yes,
it is bizarre because so why did he need the scepter in the first Avengers if he could have done that on a mass level?
Because he was brainwashed, Don. He didn't know. He's been brainwashed since the first movie. Okay,
Thanos brainwashed him.
Oh my god!
But so I like, so it's just like this one. It's like a whatever they're called, the TVA Minutemen, like just like fighting each other, and I thought the choreography was garbage.
Right.
It was just trash. Like we've seen Daredevil. We know what like good fight choreography looks like, and this just wasn't it.
Right.
And then
Winter Soldier, the fight between Batroc at the beginning.
It was the 300-pound guy versus the 115-pound woman.
Yes.
No believability whatsoever. Fine.
Exactly. There wasn't. And then at the end, like the guy's like, he like looks over his shoulder after like everyone else is down but him. He sees someone and then he's like going to move and then he just get like stabbed with a sword. And it's just like, it's like super anticlimactic. Like, this is lame.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just was unimpressed. I was like unimpressed by it. It's not what you expect from Marvel. You expect something better in like the spectacle fight sequences, and that just wasn't it. So
not enough cuts.
I was very disappointed in that scene as well. And then I don't know. And then it goes on to
then it gets into all that exposition. Like,
so
after that, there's nothing for like 40 minutes.
Talking, sitting down, talking. Okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to sit down with this other person and keep talking.
Like, I didn't watch the episode, like I said. Like, I skimmed through it to look for images and get some stuff. So I watched bits and pieces of it. But even I was sitting here like, this is a lot of exposition, like jumping through the timeline. It's like Don said, sitting and talking, go over here, stand and talk, go over here, sit and talk, go over here. Now we're going to go to Roxcore or whatever that store is called.
Roxcart.
Roxcart.
Yeah. So next you get this like the stupid little clock thing. Whatever her name, I can't remember her name is.
Mascot.
Whatever.
Is like testing Loki about his knowledge of the sacred timeline stuff. And it doesn't even make any sense because he literally says that when it gets to a red line, that's when the TVA is unable to reset the timeline. And then she goes on to talk about how like that breaks reality or something, which is that contradicts what they told us in the first episode, was that all it does is it creates a second timeline that's like separate from from the sacred timeline,
like adjacent.
so and the only reason why crazy stuff happened there is because they said there was a multiversal war, and then you had like a war between the timelines or whatever. So I don't know how that breaks reality. Like it didn't make any sense to the exposition that they gave us in the first episode. So second episode, they're already contradicting their time travel stuff. And it's not to be, they have the Bisha K. Ali woman who's doing the head writer on Miss Marvel is a story editor on Loki. So she obviously sucks at story editing because she didn't catch that.
It's like a Kotaku story editor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that would imply
through.
editors. Yeah.
No, yeah, Deviantport, yes. This is true, but like you would still want to keep like even if they're lying, you try and keep your lie together. You don't. I mean, I know once you start telling so many big lies, like it's hard to keep the lies straight. But I mean, you want to keep that. You want to keep the lie as straight as you can. But yeah, no, it's pretty obvious the TVA is lying. They have that whole discussion about like free will. It's just ridiculous. And the all like predestined stuff makes absolute like it's obviously garbage because they have a variant Loki running around. And if you have a variant Loki running around, that must mean the timekeepers have blessed it, right? Right? Because everything that happens is a blessing from the timekeepers, according to the TVA. So yeah, it's all yeah. But so anyways, back to so like there's lots of like crazy techno babble jargon that happens. Some of it like you just like Loki just like delivers it like and you have to like I feel like I have to go back to like rewatch it to hear what he actually said.
Do you
so
want
then I can
though?
just no, I don't, but I'm going to for the review.
It's just
no,
like,
that's
okay,
why
it just went over like water, and then like okay, time to sleep. And
yeah, no,
you just let it pass, and then you wake up at the end of the episode and you find out what happened. That's it.
No, literally. Like this is like we were talking about 90 seconds. It doesn't even take that long. It's female Loki kills person, goes into timeline, hides at Rock's cart. Variant Loki discovers that female Loki is hiding in disasters that wipe out timeline. Goes to Rock's cart hurricane because figures out where Kablooey Candy is from. Confronts female Loki, follows her into
door portal
into
thing.
Time portal. Timeline gets like detonates a time bomb. Like multiple timelines now like set off. Sacred timeline is redlined. Reality broken.
That's it.
That's literally it. That's what happens.
And Sophia DiMartino, I don't know how they managed to do it, but they managed to make her look haggard as F.
Yes.
She does look
weird. Which I'm actually okay with that because that fits the plot because she's obviously on the run. She's not really taking she's not really taking care of herself. But
she's not hanging out in like hotel rooms.
But if you're gonna push for the Enchantress.
No, hold on.
Come on.
But in the very beginning, when Loki arrives at the Rock's cart shopping center, what does he do? He magics himself to dry himself off. She could have done the
exact same thing.
Exact thing. So there's no reason for her to look that way.
It is really weird. Like I didn't even think it looked like Sophia at first. I had to like squint. I was like, that can't be her. Oh, it is her. But the best looking person in this episode is that dude with the mustache. Like I remember
you know what I'm
talking about? Yeah. When I was when I was watching, I saw that and I was like, dude,
is that the guy from WandaVision?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
That was like the best part of the episode.
I know.
Like, when they were like everything is just like going crazy, and the guy in the mustache is just like he's literally just like Tucker Carlson, like looking at the screen, like that face that he does, like huh? What's happening?
They're like, what?
Yeah, and then he's like that for like 20 seconds. This other guy's like on the phone
around, like, oh gosh.
Yeah, Deviantport gets here too. They try and emasculate Loki a bunch. One of the opening scenes after he's like in this briefing, they're being told like what happened in 1985 in Oshkosh to prepare them to go there. The what's it like M15 or whatever her name is, the big black lady who's the Minuteman guard.
The like main one, yeah.
He's like, turn around and look at your jacket. Like, look, you're a weakling. And it's just like the variant, and they're all like laughing. And then they try to like this. So that part was like cringe for me. But then I did like that there was like he actually was like he does respond and say, yeah, you don't know what the difference between illusion and duplication is. And then like he just like schools them, and I was like, okay, like that was actually like, thank you, Loki, for standing up for yourself there.
Yeah, but why didn't Loki do any of those for his fight scene?
Exactly.
Deviant's talking about.
And
was
we
a
know
better
that
fighter in Thor.
And we know that he could use magic as well. We know that he could have used magic as well. The only explanation, and this is only headcanon, because that's all we can really go on, is that he was literally trying to lose because he wanted to like team up with this other Loki or whatever.
So he's playing 4D chess again?
Yeah, which they've shown multiple times that he's not doing, because they have Owen Wilson like knocking him down, like, oh, your plan was to like take over the Timekeepers? Like, you didn't think we thought of that? Like, how stupid are you, Loki? And I'm just like, come on, like it was like Thor Ragnarok all over again, like just treating him like a piece of crap, like
a baby.
Like this guy is the god of mischief. He doesn't do all the same tricks all the same time.
No, he doesn't.
So
you can do you can do more than one trick. There's more tricks out there than just taking over somebody's mind. Like I promise you. So, he could go to Avengers Tower and put like a bucket of water on the door and just like wait.
Yeah, he's also the progeny of a frost giant.
Yeah, exactly. Technically, oh no, wait, that's a different timeline. I was gonna say he's king of Asgard, but that's the other Loki.
He could have also had Infinity Stones as well.
He could have also had Infinity Stones.
So, yeah. But Walmart Karen is what's on the movie. I mean, she was in a Walmart, basically.
She was in a Walmart.
That was the
Rock's
Walmart
car.
2050.
So, Mr. Orc Shaman says, convoluted writing just becomes more polluted the more they try to validate it. Never once did they stop and ask, this might not work. We should think of something else.
No, you're completely right. They're too focused on trying to explain, like, their internal logic. And because they try to explain it and make it seem or make it make sense in the real world, it all falls apart. And that's why we get like contradictory actions compared to what they explain to us. Like the most fun part. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like the most fun parts of this episode were like, honestly, the parts that didn't really have to do with the big overall plot, like the little part that John and I were just talking about. I personally liked the part when he went to Pompeii. And was like, you're all gonna die, and then Owen Wilson's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, I thought that was fun.
That was fun. It was super green screen though.
Oh, dude, it was so
bad.
Bad green screen too.
Yeah,
a bad green screen.
It was really bad.
Oh, it was rough. It was rough.
It was terrible. I could almost like see the screen. Like,
no, you're totally right.
It felt so flat. It felt
like
so flat.
In just like 3 seconds, the wind would have like knocked it over.
Yeah, it looked real bad. It was bad. But no, that was probably the one like moment of levity.
Yeah.
In the show was like them in Pompeii, and that was like, I don't know, that wasn't really Loki being a trickster. That was just Loki like
being a
floating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I don't know, like that, but that's again that didn't have to do with like, let's explain the time variance and everything in depth and detail and sacred timelines. And it's like, oh man, like that kind of time travel is already hard to digest in comic books. You really want to bring this onto the like screen?
Well, especially when they're contradicting themselves.
Yeah, exactly. They're going full X-Men.
Yeah, but
say one thing, immediately contradict it next issue. Ask Chris Claremont, and Chris Claremont says, "Shut up."
Yeah.
Oh, the 80s.
Deviant Pork says they painted it orange. Future.
Yeah. He was saying in 2050 they sell the 2010 robot dogs. How futuristic! And I'm like, yeah, right. Like, what the hell was that?
I mean, it's Roxxon, so
yeah, seriously. Maybe that was like the Roxxon equivalent of like Big Lots, where just all the surplus goes, so that it's just been sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense given the fact that they put it in Alabama, and that's probably what they think about people from Alabama. So,
wow.
No, John's honestly, I'm with John on that one. I can easily see that being a swing.
Well, I know, but that's a wow.
Oh, you're wowing at them. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also didn't like, I don't know, the whole like the guard was just like trying to search for the Loki, and then Mobius was like, yo, why are you being so mean to them? And the guy was like, they're gonna die anyways. Like, I don't know, that was just weird. Like, I don't know,
it feels like I didn't see that scene, but it sounds like it's just trying to make like forced conflict. Like,
well, it was because he didn't care about the people that were gonna die in Pompeii when he was in Pompeii.
Exactly.
So it's like, why do you all of a sudden care what this guy's doing? Like, what's going on here? You're at like
consistency
of the character, yeah. To me, it was just a scene trying to like show they want you to feel sympathy for Mobius because he's looking out for the little guy who's like sheltering from a hurricane.
They're trying. It's not working.
Like the whole point of going there is because that's like a catastrophic event, and that's why she's hiding there, because you can do all these crazy things
because it's all over anyway.
Yeah, and it's all over anyways. Yeah. She also had she must have like made a ton of those like bombs.
Yeah, dude, there's like a million of them.
Because I think she's been collecting them.
Yeah, but it's only seemed like she'd like killed like 5 squads. She had like 100. Like,
yeah, dude, so she definitely item duped that.
Yeah, unless she was able to like make her own or something. So, but I mean, it really seemed like that she had only like taken out like 5 squads. We only saw her take out 2. So, one of the super cringe parts throughout the show, and you just knew it was gonna. I mean, we already knew it was female. It was gonna be a female, but it was like, this is the superior variant, the better variant, and then of course it's like the female variant is like.
Is that what they said?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they said it like multiple times.
Dude, how can you say that when literally they're standing? Like, I liked that scene when they were standing there looking at all the variants, like flipping by, because you guys know me, I love alternate versions. They have a Hulk version. Like, how is that not the best version of Loki?
They were just specifically comparing it to the variant, the one that's working. Female. And it's like there's like a whole sequence with Mobius, like of him like saying like they were just destroying Loki as a character, like trying to make him humble, where he was like trying to like, oh, you're trying to get with the timekeepers and like take them over, blah blah blah, and that was the part where he's like talking about the superior variant too. There was only one time where I felt Loki was like really Loki, and that was when he was like in the tent of the Renaissance Fair, and he was kind of like trying to trick Mobius, and I like it was actually like seemed plausible up until a point, and then you could definitely see the shift where it was like, okay, like Loki's obviously lying, and then Mobius is like, oh, he's lying, and I don't know, I just felt like that could have been like done a little bit better. I would have liked to have I don't know. I just
you gotta have or go ahead, Don.
I thought about that scene. I'm like, wait, he's stalling for time. Why? What would be the purpose of stalling for time? To see what happens when it redlines?
I didn't understand that, because then he talks about that at the end. He was like, oh, I gave you time, and it's like, no, dude, she was gone like a long time ago. Like, why time wouldn't even matter, because you can just jump time all the time. So I didn't get that. It didn't make sense. Shoddy like trash writing, like Orc Shaman said. They're not thinking. Convoluted writing just becomes more polluted the more they try to validate it. And it's exactly what happened. But that was like the only time when Loki was like being Loki, like being like a trickster, like trying to like manipulate events in his favor, and then it ended up being like he wasn't manipulating events in his favor. But yeah, I thought he was like trying to just see what a redline event would actually do, if like they were like he would be testing what these people are doing, and that would have made more sense. And no, that didn't happen at all.
No.
So yeah, it was, I don't know, it's just this show had potential, and it's just, again, it's like
so far like so bad. Yeah,
I feel like it's just same with WandaVision, same with Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Lots of potential, no payoff.
No, Don, like Oh gosh, what was I going to say about that? Yeah, before
they tried to take it. They took his knives away, but then he still has magic. So it didn't make any sense either.
Magic back some knives, homie.
Yeah, and he already talks about how he can like use duplication too, which is like creating like a what did he say? He described it as like a molecular copy.
Yeah, something like that.
Which we saw in
molecular
freaking the first Thor when they're fighting on the Rainbow Bridge, which was freaking awesome.
Oh, it's such a good fight. And then I love how he wins that fight.
Thor has to lightning it.
And then he just puts his hammer on him and he's like, I hate you.
Yeah. No, that was a great fight in Thor. The first Thor movie has lots of good fights.
It's so good.
Sean the Movie Man says the problem is that the show Loki is not compelling like in the movies. Like it's
because they have to neuter him. They have to neuter him to make him fit in this.
Yes, exactly.
It's the Luke Skywalker pandemic all over again.
Actually, that's pretty accurate.
Like we were saying, I was saying earlier, it's like the superior Loki is the female Loki, and like it's Mobius putting him down to like talk about, even though he does stand up for himself a little bit, but I don't know. The Loki we met in the first Thor, the Loki we saw in what is the other one? The one that the Dark something? Dark World?
The Dark World.
Dark World.
The one we met in the Dark World, like would have already like basically taken over the TVA. Like,
and the one in Ragnarok would have been playing with them more. Like that's the thing with your what I was trying. That just reminded me, Don. Like you were saying that, or you guys were saying like in the tent, Loki's trying to trick him, and then the TVA guard's like, oh, he's lying, and then that's it, and everybody just accepts it. The thing with Loki is that his lies and his tricks shouldn't be that easy to just go, okay, no. You should, like, a proper Loki would be like, okay, is he tricking me? I don't know. Like, I legitimately don't, like, I feel like I should follow what he's saying, but I don't know what he's doing, and that's not what's happening. Here, they just go, oh, you're lying, done. And it's like, that's not fun. That's not compelling Loki. That's just, I don't know what it is.
No.
Yeah, plus he was in Walmart. There are knives all over the place. I'm sure there were some firearms too. And who knows what kind of
everything.
Who knows what kind of futuristic firearms they got? They got like ray guns or something.
Dude, they could have had the cable gun that's like 9,000 pounds and fires like a frisbee laser.
No, I mean, we already 2050, so no, it's not gonna.
No, we definitely know they got like crazy stuff because we've seen Rocket like build some crazy stuff. Gamora, doesn't Gamora have some huge gun?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
What does she use it in? She uses it in Guardians 2, I think. She takes
the gun from the ship, right?
That's what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but this is like 2050 Alabama.
So that ship gun will be compressed and it'll be handheld.
Yeah, I mean they got Stark Tech too, right?
Does Alabama have Stark Tech?
Alabama isn't
that where
all
he landed?
About getting guns.
Isn't Alabama where he landed in Iron Man 3?
Tennessee? Maybe I don't know.
Somewhere in the south.
Somewhere in the south.
Yeah,
it's in the south.
Somewhere in the south definitely has some like Stark Tech floating around out there.
The Corvette factory in Kansas.
They got the kid too. They got the kid.
They do have the kid who showed the Endgame kid.
Yeah.
Endgame who?
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, dude, pass.
Yeah, the episode sucked.
The episode sucked. Pass on it.
When you got most of our community talking about how they got some good sleep, Critical Drinker saying like if you've got insomnia, just watch Loki and then you'll be cured immediately.
My dad. So I've been watching this with my dad because when he comes over on Wednesdays, and he was just like pretty boring. He was like on his phone half the time. Like I was like, "You're not even watching," and he's like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Well, that's probably because it's super boring."
It's super boring, yeah.
All right. Anything else really to say about Loki? I feel like this is what we're getting with Phase 4. This is the MCU. This is what to expect from Marvel writing. The stuff we've been warning about in the comics is now here in Marvel Studios.
Why is she a better variant for no reason? Like
she's a better variant because she's hiding. She's able to evade the TVA. Where this Loki was not, and he was captured right away.
Oh yeah, that totally makes you superior and not like, oh, she probably has tech. Like, what if she has an Infinity Stone? That's not fair. Like, I hate this.
He had an Infinity Stone too. He just lost it
Oh yeah, that's true.
in the first episode. It was, and then he got like hit by the time punch thing.
Yeah.
Which
Gosh,
was actually,
the green screen is so bad.
I actually like the time punch thing. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, the green screen in the desert was trash.
Yeah, dude. I'm
too.
just watching the Pompeii scene right now, and it's so bad.
It really is. It's so fake.
It doesn't even look like Owen Wilson and Tom Hiddleston are like when they're talking in the archway. It doesn't even look like they're on that same set.
No,
it looks like they just filmed it like that archway and then green screened everything else.
And it's crazy because the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I was watching some of the behind the scenes on that. The truck scene in the German forest or whatever, like most of that is all digital effects.
Really?
Like,
Dang.
all of that. Like they digital affected the trees to match.
Really?
Yeah, so
Like
they
the
filmed like
speed?
2 scenes. Yeah, they filmed one scene in like somewhere in Eastern Europe. I don't remember. It wasn't in Germany. And they filmed another scene in like Atlanta. Like probably outside Atlanta on like a 2-lane highway or whatever. So they had to take that Atlanta footage and like digitize all of the German trees and make them like German trees.
That seems like so much effort just film it.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
That is
like,
really
that
cool,
stuff was
though.
really cool.
That
But,
and hey, like that scene looked good. Like I thought it looked really like, especially like when
yeah, that scene the
falls
only
off the truck and Walker throws his shield down to catch him. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah the only problem with that scene is like she kicks.
Oh, no,
like he
Right?
goes
No,
flying.
every
like that was terrible.
Like what is it like story wise? Everything sucks in that, but like
Well, no.
visually, if you just showed me that scene, I'd be like, that was a cool scene.
Yeah, except for the fact that the chick like boots Winter Soldier.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like aside from all that plot garbage,
well,
like
that was I'm talking about the
Super
wire
soldier
work
thing.
on that. The wire work.
Oh, the wire work.
didn't look
Yeah,
good.
yeah. Oh yeah, it does look like he's definitely being like wired out, and you can almost see like the hang time starting. Like
Yeah, it didn't look. That was the only part that looked bad in that scene.
Yeah.
But like the other stuff, it looked really good.
I still
Yeah,
really
that's
like
actually-
John Walker's thing where he like blocked and then he like used his gun. Like bring back more Captain Americas using guns. That's why I like Bucky Cap.
Oh, when he saved oh gosh, what is this?
Battlestar? Yeah.
Through
Battlestar,
the shield,
Dude, when he throws it
Battlestar.
down, it's so cool.
Saved him
I was about to
from a horrible fall, you know?
I was about to say Patriot, but he's still in development.
He's still in development. TBD
Yeah.
for after the Marvels.
We've got a $5 super chat from Sean the Movie Man 71. He says
Sean!
the end game. The end game will be female Loki versus Scarlet Witch and Carly from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh no.
Throwing Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel. This will be amazing. Yeah,
I've got it. I've got it. It'll
No.
be female Loki. It'll be female Loki who's like jumping around still, and then Wanda will have taken inspiration from Carly because Carly is also a revolutionary, like Wanda started out as. So now Wanda is going to fight against female Loki because female Loki's plans want to mess up Carly's world, and then Captain Marvel will be there.
It's going. What is the all female team called that they canceled? The show
Oh
in?
gosh, A-Force. They
A-Force.
tried.
A-Force.
They tried so hard to get that to go off the ground, and it never did.
Remember, there's a TV show that was supposed to be an A-Force TV show, and they
I
canceled
remember.
it. One has to wonder why it was canceled, and now it could be because that's what they're planning to do with it's Phase 4.
That's where it's all going.
And the big bad is
they're
going to be Mojo.
They're gonna probably, but they're also gonna have like a teaser trailer or whatever, where it's like, you know, shots of like shots that fade out and stuff. It'll be like, the world doesn't have heroes anymore. Like, we have individuals working for the greater good, but nobody to like step up when the world needs it. And then like it'll be all the women heroes, and then it'll be like sometimes you gotta and they'll super
I
cringe
need
it.
a
It'll be like,
hero.
yeah, I need a
They
hero.
use that.
And then
They used it.
don't send a man to do a woman's job, and it'll be like, and it'll show all the logos and it'll say A-Force.
They used that song in the first fight scene. It was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like that song was awesome in the He-Man whatever, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah,
trailer.
the movie or the
Netflix,
trailer.
And in the Guardians of the Galaxy that Square Enix did for the Guardians.
Oh yeah, I forgot that they used it in
video
that too.
game. But it sucked. It was just horrible in Loki. It just didn't fit.
It didn't.
It's like
fit.
what? Like why is this song being played over like a bad guy like beating up a bunch of people?
Because it sounds cool. Because he's the hero now.
But yeah, it's no, the bad guy's going to be Kang, because he's
that makes sense.
He'll be the real bad guy.
That's how the mutants will get in.
No.
And remember, you have to add in the new Hawkeye. The girl too.
Kate Bishop.
Kate Bishop,
Oh, boy.
yeah.
That'll be another one.
And then She-Hulk will be there too. So it's literally an all-female. It's going to be an all-female Avengers. What's hilarious is that even the investor, it's like, I don't know where he was at. He was like Credit Suisse or Swiss Credit or something like that. Bob Chapek was asked like, so are you bringing Iron Man back? And he's just like, we have Armor Wars with Don Cheadle as War Machine. I think that will work. It's like, no, it's not Iron Man.
That's not Iron Man. Sorry.
It's not Iron Man at all. And he's just like, what? I thought that was so funny because the finance guy or like the business guy is like asking like a content question about bringing Iron Man back. How embarrassing is that this finance guy is just like, you don't have very good like A-list content anymore, like with your heroes. I mean, he was talking about his kid. I think he was referring to his kid because he's like, I got a big Marvel fan who wants to know if you're gonna bring Iron Man back. And like Bob is like, well, you tell that Marvel fan that we have a new Disney Plus show coming out with Don Cheadle as War Machine called Armor Wars, and I think that will like, what does he say? He says like that will like scratch your Iron Man itch. I think it's something like that.
Not really.
Yeah, Shrek. It was Shrek 2. Yeah, I don't remember that, but I'm sure it was used better than it as well.
I think it was first used in obviously the original song used in the original video, but it was better used in, I guess, like Short Circuit way back in the day when Johnny Five was facing off against a lot of his other machine robot counterparts.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that movie.
Oh my gosh, it's a classic. Anyway,
I haven't seen lots of classics, so. But yeah, I mean, I don't like, my expectations of Marvel are just going to continue like going down. I don't really. I mean, the quality of stuff that they're putting out, it's not there. The quality isn't there. It's not what we saw in the first Thor. It's not what we saw in first Iron Man. It's not what we saw in the first Captain America, the first Avenger. All of those like first movies are like really, really good. I guess except for Iron Man 2. Iron Man 2 obviously could have been a whole lot better. And we're supposed to be a whole lot better, but I guess like that's when Disney got involved, right? Maybe.
Yeah, I think that's when they started like changing up scripts.
I know it was still distributed by.
It.
I know it was still distributed by Paramount. The only film that was distributed by Disney was the first Avengers movie in Phase 1. No other Phase 1 films but the Avengers was distributed by Disney. Universal obviously distributed The Incredible Hulk, but all the other ones were Paramount. But I wouldn't be surprised if Disney started getting involved with Iron Man 2 because it was supposed to be Demon in a Bottle, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the alcohol and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what Jon Favreau wanted to get into, and then
I
think that's when he like the
that would
third
make
one
sense.
wasn't
the guy having PTSD in a cave, right? Like, and he resorts to alcohol. Like,
did Favreau direct the third one?
I don't know.
I can't remember for the life of me.
Shane Black did Iron Man 3.
Yeah, so I think
the guy
Iron
from Predator. He did that Predator movie.
Yeah, I think after Iron Man 2, Favreau was done directing because of
the
interference with what he wanted to do.
Well, now he's
I hear.
He's a big Disney promo man now because he was at Avengers Campus launch, like hawking that.
He had to sit there while they were saying that this
No.
is the better Captain America, the one that everyone can identify with now?
Oh yeah, he was hawking that, man. He was totally like selling it. He was like, they had a speech and everything.
I hope they gave him enough baby oil on the back end. Freaking.
I mean, I'm sure he is. I mean, he's doing Marvel promo stuff, and obviously he's still doing Star Wars stuff. So
That, yeah.
but they haven't started Mando season 3 yet, according to Pedro Pascal the other week. I actually haven't even been paying attention to anything that's happening in Star Wars. I did see, I guess I missed this when it was coming out, but like I guess in the 2015 Star Wars comic, like they made Rogue Squadron is in honor of Jin. So like that's
Really?
like, yeah in issue 52. They're talking about like some of the pilots are talking about like sentiment or
camera's not
something.
on.
And Luke says, "This is the time for sentiment, and we should be honoring like Jin." And then he's like, "Rogue Squadron, like deploy," or something like that. So bad.
That's so bad.
Toxic man flu.
I just like Rogue Squadron as Rogue Squadron.
I'm pretty sure Rogue Squadron didn't that exist before Jin. I'm pretty sure.
It did. It did.
Yeah. But Toxic Man Flu of the Division says $5 super chat. Says at least they haven't screwed up Scooby Doo yet, huh?
Oh, wait.
crap.
Raggy, it's coming.
Dude,
No
everything.
more Scooby snacks for you.
No more,
Toxic Man
no more
Flu.
Scooby Doo for you. That dog's dead. It's Velma now, and you'll like it.
What was the other thing? Like Perfect Strangers. They're gonna reboot Perfect Strangers with 2 women.
Really?
I also saw that the main character. I have it as a rumor. I didn't get to it today. Let me see here.
It's like they can't create original content. They're gonna take
they have to
the
Trojan
old
horse
content and then they'll flip it around to.
It's because
Fit the agenda.
they're not capable of creating anything interesting because 99% of the time, 99.9999% of the time, propaganda like agenda pushing fiction isn't fun. Nobody likes it. You get it again. Like I'm sure there are exceptions, and I'm sure we can all think of some. But like, no, like so they have to go. Oh, nobody's gonna read my story about a superhero who broke up with her boyfriend and is too sad to go save the world. Well, okay, they won't buy my new book, but they'll buy Supergirl.
She gets her superpowers from menstruating and
Exactly.
Like,
well, until that
stuff
shows up
coming
in
from her armpit hair.
DC. Best DC hero is still Snowstorm.
Yeah, but no, Murphy's Multiverse has an article titled Rumor Odessa Azion set to lead upcoming Hellraiser reboot.
Oh boy!
Why are we doing all of this? Oh my god!
All of it.
So I don't know if she's being
What?
Give me something new. Give me something new. Give me something new.
Well,
I mean, there's multiple Hellraiser reboots. There's a TV show and a movie on the way.
Amelia Clark
Make
has
it
something
end!
new.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
No, wait.
What does Amelia
has
Clark
something
have?
new. Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves got Berserker.
Yeah.
And he has John Wick, which was also new, and he's on like number 4 now, right?
Oh yeah, with Donnie.
Yeah, Forrest coming up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mark
Don.
366 is here. He says hello all. Hey, Mark.
What up, Mark? Don, have you ever, and John, I guess, but I think Don might know this one. I would put more money that Don knows who I'm talking about. Have you guys ever watched Iron Chef, like the American version?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
I love the fact that the judge or like the host is in John Wick 3. He's like the I mean, they're all bald, but he's the bald guy that Wick fights like at the very end, like where he like has to like sit next to him for a little bit and like talk to him. And he's like, "You're good, yeah, you're good too." I thought that was like really funny. Just because it's like, whoa, Iron Chef, huh?
Alton Brown?
No. Not Alton Brown. Did I say the wrong show? I said Iron Chef. What is? I'm gonna look up. He has a specific role name. I forget what it is.
Is it the Japanese? Is it a Japanese guy?
It's the American. Yeah, it's a Japanese guy on. Yeah, the chairman, Mark Dacascos. Mark Dacascos. He's the chairman who like I think he's supposed to be the judge.
Okay.
Yeah, Mark Allen Dacascos.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be the judge.
Okay, yeah, because Alton Brown is like the commentator.
Yeah. But I always thought that, like, when I saw John Wick, I was like, oh, hey, it's that guy.
Yeah.
That's when they're in the room and he's like up on the pedestal and the two chefs are like competing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the guy that Arctic choke.
No, he's in
Knife
Kamen
fight.
Rider, Dragon Knight.
Yeah, he is. He was also Kung Lao.
Oh,
In,
yes.
Legacy, the really good series of shorts. Oh, those are so good.
Yeah, he looks like he's actually a real, like, legit martial artist. Looks like.
He won numerous karate and kung fu championships for the ages of 7 and 18. Heck yeah.
But yeah,
I want to be that guy.
Yeah, it says he's Zero in John Wick 3.
I guess that's his name. I never knew his name.
Is that where they're in like the glass building?
Yes.
Okay, I saw
At the,
that.
like
That's
near the end, yeah.
That's actually a pretty cool fight. That's awesome.
Dude, I like the fight. I like the knife fight, or like the fight in the knife room. Just that moment when they like realize, like, oh, we're in a room full of knives. Like they just like stand up and they look around and they're like, oh, and they both like reach for a knife.
Yeah, he is a legit martial artist, as Tillingham says. Hey, Father Christopher Miller.
Father Christopher Miller.
Father, hail.
Hi, hail.
And then
Father.
Alexander and Culture Casino.
Culture Casino is here as well.
Culture,
John
what's up,
Wick will
buddy?
be decent, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that the John Wick movies, they pretty much advertise what you're gonna get. I'm like,
that's the thing, though.
Kevin
Like
Smith.
the bar is so low for like interesting content coming out. Like
It's true.
Is it gonna pander to people who will not pay for it, not watch it, and
John Wick?
bitch and complain about it when it actually comes out that it's not woke enough for them? Okay.
No, I think he's talking in general.
In
Oh,
general,
okay.
like
I thought you were
it comes
talking.
out.
I thought you were specifically talking about John Wick, and I'm like, I don't think you know the target audience for that film, John.
No, it's like, okay, so Mortal Kombat, was it pandering? Was it preachy? Was it garbage? Yeah, it was garbage.
and
Yeah.
pandering, yeah.
And pandering. But like you get a movie
Stop.
that doesn't have the pandering, doesn't have the woke terminologies, doesn't cater to all the current zeitgeist that's going on in the agenda, but it's just garbage. You're like, okay, at least it doesn't have those other three going on. It's just garbage. I'll give it a 7.
Like, fine. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good with garbage. 8.5.
Culture Casino says he's making a great sci-fi horror western. I actually
Ooh,
one
you
of
hit
my
like everything I want right there.
One of my favorite series is Six Gun
Oh, Six Gun is so good.
by Cullen Bunn. I've got the first 3 trades here. No, I got 2, 3, and 4. I don't know where number 1 somewhere. I've read number 1, but I got 2, 3, and 4 right there.
on the shelf. But yeah, you want sci-fi horror western that gives it to you in
It's
spades.
really good. I really like it.
It's very well written, very well. Cullen Bunn is really good at that.
Give me gunslingers in any story, and I love them.
Toxic Man Flu for $2 super chat. He says, "I censored my name for you, John." I don't. That's not
Our community
snowflake.
loves us as much as we love them.
It's not being. That's not being a snowflake. That's just a personal choice right there. Song the Movie Man says Aliens vs. Cowboys was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one deserves a remake. I think they can do that one a little better. I think it's so close to being like really, really, really good. Just a little more time in the oven.
Yeah, good concepts are what should like that didn't perform as well as what they did are the ones that should be getting the remake treatment. Instead, we're getting prequel Beauty and the Beast TV shows.
Who's asking for it? Who's asking for it?
They're
Please.
getting the reimagined treatment or the or the prequel treatment.
Yeah, reimagined treatment is probably the best way to put it.
it's all prequels. It's all live action adaptations of animated shows for Disney, and then just like when they do have like original ideas from George Lucas, they throw them in a vault and lock them up forever, and like put out some like woke trash.
Well, what they do is they go, "Oh, that's a great idea, George. We don't need to use it right now because we've got our plan, but we're gonna put that in the vault." And they put it in the vault. And like,
and our plan is
years
to
go
literally
by.
just copy and paste.
Well, yeah, that's what happened. 15 years go by, and they're like, "All right, we've copied like the first Star Wars 90 times. What do we do now?" And like somebody in the back, like Kathleen Kennedy, is like, "What about Darth Talon?" And it's like, "Wow, that's a great idea. Where'd you come up with it?" I don't know. I think I saw it. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been a while. And there you go. So then they go, "Our new idea, Darth Talon," and it's like, it's not your new idea. George gave it to you forever ago. You just forgot that he gave it to you. And they go, no. This is our original one. You see, it has the Disney logo on it.
I made this.
Yeah, I made this. This is mine now.
That's literally what they're doing. I mean, Bob Chapek literally took credit for making the Avengers household names. And I'm
that
just
goes
like,
to that goes to Lee, that goes to Feige, that goes to pretty much everybody except for him.
yeah. So he wasn't taking credit for himself. He wasn't himself taking credit, which the headline does kind of say that, and that's probably my fault. But like the first sentence is like he takes credit for Disney, in the article. But yeah, he's saying that Disney made Avengers household names, which is not true because Disney didn't buy Marvel until 2009, where you had Iron Man was already out in theaters in 2008, which had the freaking end credit scene.
Yeah, the Avengers Initiative.
That was already teasing the Avengers Initiative, right?
And if you think that nobody went out after that and was like, "What the f is the Avengers?" then you're dumb. That was probably the biggest rush that they could have had. Like that was what they wanted. Like that moment is what movie companies who do these like adaptations and these like universes, that's what they want. Avengers, I'm gonna go out and read a bunch of stuff for it. But nowadays it doesn't work that way. It's just you're not gonna find what is being teased in the comic books. You're gonna get completely different dumb things.
No, even when they were doing the Infinity War, they had like Infinity Wars, and it's like Gamora dressed up in some kind of like her suit was cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like the design of the suit. It was in some like spacesuit thing, just going around chopping people up with her sword, like killing Thanos and like killing Star-Lord, and it's like I gotta like get my soul.
Oh, didn't she have
in the
that armor was like
realm.
that was like a like almost like a War Machine armor, wasn't it? Like maybe not War Machine, but I remember it being really bulky. Like it's not just like armor; it's like
yeah, it was
stuff.
The comics at the time were not reflective of what was going on in the movies, and
they never
people
are. They
were
never
just
are.
like, "What the hell? I'm getting like Civil War 2."
So while I was out,
like
while I was traveling this past week or these past 2 weeks, I actually reread Ultimates 1 and Ultimates 2. And I don't know why Marvel doesn't just promote those, like just sell those stories after these movies come out. Because holy crap, guys, Ultimates 1 is fucking good. Ultimates 2 is really good. And they pretty closely follow what's going on in the movies. Like I had forgotten that in Ultimates 2, they introduced Loki, and he's a small, skinny, long, black-haired dude. Like because he has his illusion up. Like, oh, it's just so good, and it's not good anymore. Like if you go watch a movie and you're like, wow, I want to see more of Star-Lord hanging out with Ego, the living planet, you're not going to find it.
Well, Ego's dead now, right? In
the
movies, right? Didn't he die?
Ego's dead now, but like, nowadays you'll just get Peter Quill sleeping with threesomes and whatever. Don has the right word for it. I always forget.
You mean the throuple?
The hot
tub.
The
throuple. That's what it is. The throuple. I knew you had it. I knew it. I always forget, but I know you always have it.
He hijacked Fat Steven's hot tub.
Fat Steven bought it secondhand from him. That's why he got it so cheap. You don't have to clean it, but it's yours, Steven.
Bob Chapek, consumer-driven data for our Disney Plus shows, not quality.
Oh yeah,
that's all it is.
I know this. We had an article up that I don't think it got a lot of traction. I haven't looked at the
analytics
on that one, but I thought it was just because it was just ironic because I just listened to that Chapek interview. To shout out to Not My Star Wars, he had recorded it, so he was like doing a live stream on it, and so I tuned in and watched a little bit of that. And in the interview, Chapek is like touting their like virtual queue system at like Disneyland and how it's like a better like customer experience and everything. And then freaking John Campea is like, these people stole $1,500 because I couldn't even like get into the two things I wanted to do in the queue because they were already filled. Like he tried to get in the queue for their Spider-Man ride or whatever. Mm-hmm. No, not the Rise of Resistance. I think was the queue at 7 a.m.
Oh, the Star Wars one, yeah.
At 7 a.m. He said he couldn't get in the queue; it was already full.
Well, that's because you got to go. The only way you got to arrive earlier at 6 a.m. and the only way to arrive at 6 a.m. is to get on your shuttlecraft from the Star Wars digital cruise or whatever the hell.
He was saying that you could only like sign up for the virtual queue at 7 a.m. And so he said they woke up at like 6:55 and was like refreshing the app, and then by the time they hit it, it said it was full already at 7.
Yeah, sounds like trying to buy a Pokemon set, you know?
Yeah, it sounds like trying to buy a Dragon Ball set.
So that doesn't sound like a very good customer experience. Then he said the same thing happened to him again with the Spider-Man ride at Avengers Campus. And he tried to sign up for like the noon one or whatever. And so he hit noon and they had the same problem.
Like, what was wrong with the fast pass?
And then he can't get a refund. So
I'm not even surprised about that.
In order to cancel your trip, you have to do it 24 hours in advance, but you don't know if you're actually going to get in the ride until the day of.
That sounds awful. That sounds like awful customer service.
Yeah. I described it as horrific.
Wow.
So, someone was like, that doesn't sound very horrific. I was like, I don't know, losing $1,500 on the basic thing you wanted to sounds pretty horrific to me.
Like the thing is, like, what was wrong with the FastPass system? With FastPass, you had to physically be there to be like, I'm signing up for this time. Now with the virtual queue, you can just have a bunch of people go, I'm going to occupy all the damn spots. And you might be going, nobody's going to do that, Spencer. Nobody cares that much about theme park rides. Have you seen Disney adults? It's not good.
The idea of the virtual queue, I think in concept, it's like a good idea because like I don't want to sit around in a line for 3 hours when I can be going like doing something else or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean that's just what the Fast Pass was.
Yeah, and even Chapek is like, that's like we don't want people standing in line because we want them at our concessions buying food. That
they want them to go do other stuff.
Like a good thing, but like when you can't actually do the things you want to do, people are going to be like, well, I'm not even going to go. Like, and Campea said he might not be back again because of that experience. And it sounds like he went quite often to Disney.
I think Campea went pretty often.
He lives there. He lives 45 minutes away, and it sounds like he was going there like two or three times a year. That's what he said. That's what he said in his post.
It's what happens with people who live in Orange County. Like when I was in college, my college girlfriend and a bunch of our friends they got annual passes, and because we were in Irvine and Anaheim's right there, they, on our lunch breaks in between classes, they would all go pay the freaking like $40 to park, ride one ride, and come back for class. I thought it was dumb. I still think it's dumb, but clearly there are people who do it.
$40 for a single ride?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just like, what are you guys doing? Like, it's not that cool. Especially when you're going all the time. That's what I was like, dude, you can do literally anything else. Like, this is so dumb. You're all dumb. And then that did lead to a big fight with my girlfriend, but I stood my ground.
Oh, she was trying to get you to spend $40 on a ride.
Well, she was like, why don't you get a pass too? And I'm like, I don't really like Disneyland that much. And then it's like, but I go all the time and I love it so much. And I'm like, I just can't do it. Like, I can't get into it. I'm sorry. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just doesn't.
Yeah.
I went to Disney World for the first time when I was a teenager. I was like 15 or 16, and I went to the Magic Kingdom, and I was like, it sucked. I was like, as a teenager, I was like, the only good thing they had was like Space Mountain.
Right. Yeah. Especially as a teenager. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to go to Disney. Please take me back to Universal.
Yeah. Right. Because Universal was way better.
And that was even before Harry Potter. They saw the Hulk ride, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, that was a good ride.
And I had never been on that before, so I didn't. I'm guessing.
Did they have the Transformers one? Because the Transformers one's really good.
No, I don't think they had the Transformers one at that time.
I can't remember.
They were building the Mummy ride, the Mummy Coaster.
Oh,
which I've
that
been
one
on
was so much fun.
Mummy Coaster is awesome.
It's not open anymore, right? I think
No,
they closed
it was last time I was.
Oh,
I was
cool.
there.
I thought
Yeah.
they had closed it, so that makes me really
I
happy.
was
That's a good ride.
I don't know. I was there like 3 years ago. I feel like 2017. I think I was there in 2017. So 4 years ago.
I mean, you're not wrong, Mark. Like, you're not wrong.
I called her a cunt and she farted me. I don't
I
know
never
why.
said I was innocent, just that there was a fight. $13 for a cup of blue Disneyland milk. I'll do that, but I just can't afford the $80 turkey leg every lunch break.
The Universal actually they have the Harry Potter drink. That stuff is good.
Oh, the butterbeer. Oh,
The
dude.
butterbeer, yeah, that's
so bad. It's so good. It's so bad for you, but it's so good.
It's like straight sugar.
I know, it's straight like melted sugar with like a drop of like real butter.
Yeah, Alexander Vidakovich says Clownfish TV noticed what was happening to Disney long ago. Disney saw that the best money spinners are unsatisfied 30 to 40-year-old wine moms, so Disney is targeting them with all content. Yeah,
hell yeah.
I think there's something to that. I mean, Mr. Bob Chapek talks about his like data created storytelling stuff.
That's what I was just going to point to. Like, of course, like they're going to target all of this content to like the
wine moms are like this on the keyboards, like I'm going to manipulate the data so I can.
But then you also have like stands who are like,
that looks like
I'm gonna
me.
make an outrage about anything, and like because they're doing data driven, they just look at like, oh, all these tweets said Loki good. Guess we're doing good, and just roll with that. And that's why there's such a disconnect, because it's not, you shouldn't do data driven.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring this back up too, because if I remember, like even before pre-COVID, when we were like we would dive into like Disney's reports or whatever, they would like see park attendance was like declining, but their revenue was like going up because people were buying more of like the more expensive stuff in the parks, like the retail stuff in the parks. But they were having like people were like there was less attendance in the parks, but they were still going up. So
like Disneyland is turning into like this weird cult thing where like only these weird Disney adults go. Like they have literal gangs at Disneyland of like yo, this is Toontown, like this is our turf. It's just like annual pass holders who start these like inner gangs inside of fucking Disneyland and legitimately fight. Like legit, I've seen people like the
Disneyland is so different than Disney World.
It's
I've never seen that in Disney World.
1,000% different than Disney World. I think Disney World benefits from the fact that like it's more of an isolated, specific area for all the theme parks over there, whereas Disneyland is just smack in the center of a city, where like everybody's gonna go all the time more than like Disney World. I don't know. It's so bad, man. Like literal like gangs, like Toontown, like.
This is also a failing strategy because eventually those people aren't going to be going there anymore.
Yeah, eventually these 30 and 40-year-old wine moms are going to be 90 to 100-year-old corpses and not giving you any more money. And because you're not appealing to their kids or to anybody else,
they have kids. I guess wine moms means they have a kid. Yeah. So
yeah, but their kids aren't interested in it.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. They asked that.
They're like my mom.
Like,
the
my
Swiss
mom,
guy
we gotta go. My mom wants to watch Disney, or what the fuck is it? No, it's not Toon Disney anymore, huh? I guess I got rid of that.
Disney Channel.
I guess it's all just Disney Channel now. But
freeform.
Yeah, my mom, we gotta go, guys. Like, we gotta stop playing Madden. My mom wants to watch freaking Disney Channel. Star versus the Forces of Evil is coming on. Like, come on, bro.
The Swiss credit guy or whatever, Swiss bank or whatever it is, asked Chapek that at that conference. How are you going to like keep people get new generations of kids wanting to come here? And Chapek was just like, we have confidence in our creative people. Like our creative people that were creating stuff 20 years ago are the people that are creating creative stuff now.
But now
like
that
was his answer. That was his answer.
They do the thing where they hire them, so it's like they did with Cowboy Bebop. I know it's not Disney, but it's like hire somebody remotely like influential or popular. So like in Cowboy Bebop, they hired the original musician who did the original soundtrack.
The composer.
The composer. So you can go, oh, look, all the creatives are back. They fully endorse this. Like, it's totally living up to the legacy. But like in Disney's case, yeah, you have people like Alan Menken or, still writing lyrics and stuff, but they're being directed by all these jackass wine moms. And because they're just making Chapek says
that's why
oh,
they're making that Gaston
right,
show.
exactly. Oh, it's 1,000% why they're making that Gaston show. But when Chapek says, I'm confident in our creatives to, bring more fans in, I'm not, Bob, because like all your creatives are making things specifically targeted to late 20s, 30s, 40-year-olds, and it's weird, and you're not pulling in anybody new. Like, it's just not. Marvel is probably your biggest youth pull. And right now,
so
it's going
Pixar.
so weird.
Pixar is still got the
Frozen,
but like Frozen.
I'll give you Frozen. I'll give you.
But
no, that wasn't Pixar though. That wasn't Pixar. That's just straight Disney.
Disney animated then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Frozen. I totally get that. Like, but then like you have your Frozens, but then you have your Frozens, but then you have your like the Good Dinosaurs, your Onwards. I guess Onward did do well, huh? I don't know. I just feel like nobody talked about it.
Onward was right before COVID.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
But no, what's the one?
Luca?
Raya
didn't do well. Yeah.
Raya is right now, and then Luca is the Pixar film. I think that's coming out.
Yes.
It's Pixar.
You are on point.
It's like the Italian with the motorcycle with his friend.
Yeah.
It is bizarre world.
It just looks like Coco too.
You see the younger generation, they're going towards
mermaids or something.
They're going towards the anime. That's where that audience is going, and they're not going towards Western media. And eventually, these studios, these big companies, are going to find out. Oh shit! And this Luis Morales is talking about it right now.
I was going to
get into that Japanese market.
Yeah, I was going to highlight that next. I actually think I think it is. I think it's already working out. Netflix is already. Well, the live action stuff, no, but they're already. I mean, Castlevania is a Japanese animated show. They've already got Studio Bones doing. Studio Bones and Orange are combining for something. I can't.
Oh, what are they joining for?
The Godzilla, right?
Oh,
Singular
yeah,
Point.
yeah. Singular
Point.
So
they got Godzilla or Singular Point. They've got the Polygon Pictures. They've been working with them for a while. Who did the Godzilla trilogy,
so
movie
good
trilogy, and then they got a bunch of other stuff. They got Demon Slayer on there that they're licensing. So Netflix is actually, I think, smart. They actually see. I think they're more on point with the trends. I mean, they definitely are investing in anime. They had a whole day on anime for Geek Week.
Yeah,
they got the Resident Evil thing, the animated show. I guess it's an anime. It's hard to. I mean, the anime and animation are so like they're crossing over now.
Yeah,
because
we're gonna have to come up with new terms.
Because you're having stuff like Castlevania, where it's being animated by the Japanese, but being written by like Westerners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so yeah, stuff like that.
He-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, because the animation on there looks fantastic. I'm not gonna lie. Power Studio or whatever. I think it's Power Animation or something. So you got stuff like that. You're gonna keep seeing more collaborations like this. What else was there? There was like a bunch of other things that they announced during that Geek Week Day 4.
Let's look it up. Yeah,
they actually. I'll be honest. They have a pretty good breakdown of their recap. Here it is.
Oh, there's Zack Snyder's Twilight of the Gods thing.
Yeah, which.
Right. No, that's definitely my feeling.
It looks like something they already did that. They already did that with the Zeus thing. That's what it sounds like.
They have the freaking Gundam, the new one.
Gundam Hathaway.
Yeah, Gundam
they
Hathaway.
Licensed that. That's licensed.
They did license it.
That's a Sunrise production because they tried to be like, oh look, we have a new trailer, and I went back to look at our article, and I was like, this is the same trailer that came out like 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
like a month ago.
I just remembered what it was that we were talking about. It's the Bright anime.
Oh right.
Yeah, that looks weird. But yeah, so here we go.
We're all three of us were just kind of like, huh. I can't be negative, but I don't know why.
I feel like that's a cool world.
I liked Bright. No, I did, but it's just so weird to me looking at it just from like a production standpoint that they're trying so hard to make Bright's universe a thing. that it's just
That
weird to me. Like, I just don't get it. It's
looked
cool.
like a super prequel though, like because it looked
Yeah.
like it was
Yeah.
going back
Like
in time.
ancient time. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
So. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I'm
we
up
got-
for it. It was just like, whoa, what a choice.
Masters of the Universe.
Obviously, bait
Some-
switch.
Yeah, seriously. Go read Don's article that he put up today about Kevin Smith, because that is insane.
Oops,
Kev-
I didn't want to click that.
Kevin
And
Smith
then
is straight up
John's
just like
article subsequent
lying.
to that,
Yeah, there's also I was
and
yeah,
John's
IO9 literally put out like an interview yesterday basically saying that he wanted it to more woke, and that's why he race swapped Andra. Of course he gave that to IO9 because that's the outlet you would go to for that. But yeah, this looks like the Fairy Godparents animation.
Oh, the Fairly Godparents.
that's the
whatever.
Loud House. That's a series that's been around for a while.
Oh, it has. Okay.
Yeah. So they're just getting a movie, I guess. It looks like. Yeah.
I'll make sure that my daughter doesn't watch that because that looks like terrible art.
Yes.
So here's the Twilight of the Gods stuff.
Wait a minute. Who dat on the right hand corner?
I
there?
knew you were going to say that, Don. This is why
I
you
guess
weren't
it looks
allowed to
like
read
it.
my Twitch articles.
Jamie Chung.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jamie Chung. Oh my
That's-
God.
I
oh,
hate-
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate-
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
yeah,
hate-
yeah, yeah.
I hate trying to zoom in on Twitter. It never works.
Oh,
Freaking
yeah.
who was she, Don? Who was she? She was in Dragon Ball. She was wasn't she Chi-Chi or was she Bulma?
I don't know, but she was definitely in that one show, Once Upon a Time, as Mulan, and then she was also in that X-Men show based off of Days of Future Past.
The Gifted.
Gifted, yes.
Yeah, wasn't she
was
Blink?
Polaris.
I thought she was Blink.
Oh, maybe she was Blink. I don't know. She was.
She was in the show.
Yeah, that's all I cared about. It's pretty.
There's no Thor.
Oh, they got.
Oh, there he is. There's Thor.
They
It's all the
got
way down
Thorman.
here.
They got Thorman.
It's all the way down. Oh yeah,
Oh,
Christopher Hivju.
Lauren Cohen. Oh, Peter Stormare? Heck yeah.
And then they
Sylvia
got the guy
Hoeks.
from Fringe. Cool.
Oh, this
Stewart.
is the guy. Oh, this guy. I couldn't stand this guy.
What's he
He was the
from?
guy he was just the guy. He was their host. He was hosting all the Geek Week stuff.
Yeah. That's right. That is him.
I couldn't stand the whole like all
It
that
doesn't
stuff to me
feel
is just,
real. Yeah.
It's so fake. It all is like fake. I didn't feel like they actually like cared about the stuff they were talking about. And, like it I don't know. They just I didn't like it. I always it
Hey,
just feels
Corey
fake.
Stoll.
All I can really say. All right, let's get back over here. Let's get the whole list, and then
Hathaway.
the Gundam Hathaway, which I'm actually glad. So I'll watch that on Netflix for sure. So I've actually been looking forward to that.
Shaman King.
That's the one thing.
I didn't know they were making a new one.
That's the one thing that I'm really like. I'm actually really excited. I hope they do more stuff with Sunrise. Like get all of the Gundam stuff.
Yeah, seriously, just license all of them. Just make the Gundam Zone so I can just go watch every Gundam series.
Yeah.
I want to jump from regular to Unicorn to G to
I want to
Build
be able
Fighters.
to watch all the Universal Century.
I want to hit play and just let Universal Century Timeline take me to what, the end of Unicorn?
Yeah, the end of Unicorn, I think, is where because Hathaway is in Universal Century.
Yeah.
But it's before.
I think it's
after
before Char.
Char's Rebellion or something. It's one of the Char ones. There's Char's counterattack.
I think it's before the counterattack.
We're missing Revol Arvita. He would know.
Yeah, Revol would be here like that. Where is he?
Yeah. So yeah, Shaman King as
Revol!
well. Coming on August 9th. When is this coming? It's not
It
telling
just
us.
says next entry.
Ooh. It's supposed to be out soon because it was supposed to be out already, but they've been delaying it because of COVID in Japan. So I don't know anything about Shaman King, but it looks cool.
Yuki Naki. Okay, it's full.
Peep. Oh, this is Eden Zero. Oh, this is what's his name? Fairy
That's
Tale guy.
Yeah, Fairy Tale guy.
Hero.
It's
Hiro
his
Mashima.
it's his
Whoa.
crossover.
It's sci-fi.
Or it's a sci-fi one.
It's a
And then
sci-fi
he-
one. No, the crossover. There's another one.
What's
That's
that
the
one called?
crossover.
Yeah,
That's
the
like
heck
has
is
them
that
all in it. I forget.
yeah. It's cool. I can't believe he pulled that off.
Yeah, that's cool. I remember. I remember talking about this.
Yeah,
That should be fun.
you've done an article or two about it.
Yeah,
like,
this
the
one.
release.
This looks cool. This looks cool.
So he goes from Fairy Tail to Eden Zero. Okay, cool. That's good.
And then, well, I think he was writing Eden Zero at the same time as Fairy Tail. Like they were writing at the same time. Yeah, Tehillim says Shaman King has been incredible, so that should be good. And then here is
Yeah.
here's the final installment. I haven't watched the second one. So
Beast Wars. Exciting.
I haven't watched the second one yet. The
I
first
haven't
one was decent. It could have been better.
Ooh.
And then this is some kind of like this looks like a horror.
Yeah, space horror anime series.
Anime series based on a new story by Hirotaka Adachi. I don't recognize that name.
Oh, then the freaking Yoshitaka's designing the characters. That's perfect for him. The Final Fantasy artist.
Tehillim says he's already been watching Eden Zero, so I guess it's out in Japan already.
Oh, it probably is.
I'll need to sail the high seas. Let's see.
And then that looks like an X-wing. Introducing Make My Day. On a cold planet of ice and snow, mysterious creatures suddenly have appeared in the dark underground and have begun to attack the inhabitants. Can humanity
I'm
down. Sounds cool too. That's totally like an X-wing with its wings not out. And then here's the samurai. Here's the
foils. Lock formation.
Soul.
Yeah.
That looks sick. I hope it looks like that, and that's not just like key art.
Izo, a Ronin, and Raiden, an orc, work to bring a young elf girl and the wand she carries to the land of the elves in the north.
Oh, hey, wasn't the wand like a big plot point in the movie? Wasn't that like what they were going after? So there we go.
That's what they were trying to get. Yeah, I got
it. So it's Lone Wolf and Cub, but with two completely different
races. It's more like Jinro.
Yeah.
I like the orc's weapon though, just a giant club, just
a baw.
Poof. Yeah. You get hit by that, you're just gone.
They forgot.
Oh no, they got no Godzilla. Yeah.
And then there's Resident Evil: Infinite Darkness. I actually heard this. I haven't watched this yet, but I've heard people like. I'm not watching live action. I'm watching the anime.
So no black.
Which I'm not
blackface Wesker. Is that you bring?
Yeah, I don't know if this is an anime. They're just so.
I think it's a CG movie.
But who's doing it though? Is what I'm at. Is basically
no idea.
Is it Japanese animation studio?
Oh yeah. Is
it a Western script or is it a Japanese?
I'm pretty sure it's all Japanese because that's all the films thus far have been like ridiculous Japanese stuff.
Yeah, I see a white guy, so it must be Japanese.
I mean that's Leon. This is Leon being Leon.
That's an actual Leon. That's not a race swap. It's not a.
Oh, it's from freaking TMS Entertainment. So they've done things like they did Akira, they did D Gray Man, Sonic X. They actually helped on Batman and Spider-Man, the animated ones that were in the 90s. So I have faith. This seems fine.
Yeah, DZ3 says I'm watching Infinite Darkness as well as 6 months after Resident Evil 2, according to the summary.
I forget what movie it was. There was another. They've done like 3 or 4 of these CG Resident Evil movies, but one of them has. I know it's Chris Redfield, and he's fighting either Leon or just some other guy, but like they're hand-to-hand fighting, and it's this really good sequence. But then at one point, they like both bust out their guns, and they run in a circle shooting like at where the other person was going to be until like the like floor collapses because they shot too many bullets through it. It's so campy. It's so dumb. It's so fun. It's so cool.
You know, in 2 years' time, we're not going to be talking about Western media on this stream anymore.
I hope so.
It's all going to be anime we're talking about.
You know what? Dude. Yeah, no, you're totally right. The Star Wars anime.
That's what people are watching. That's what people are buying. They're not. I mean, we'll probably still be talking about Wheel of Time and Lord of the Rings because they're just gonna be like destroying. I don't know. I think
Lord of the Rings,
the War of the Rohirrim actually looks pretty cool because that's also an anime. They got the Japanese. We got the Japanese.
Well, just like with the. Do you remember like?
And
I don't know. The Star Wars
article?
One?
Have you read the short? Have you read the short story about Helm Hammerhand?
No.
In the back of Fellowship, dude, it is a Japanese like anime story. So basically, Rohan gets attacked from both the east and the west. On the coast, from the west, the Corsairs are there, and then from the east, there's a tribe of people that I can't remember, and they're led by the son of this guy that Helm like punched in the stomach and like one KO'd. And Alexander's saying, "Did I finish?" I was never watching Radio of Healer. That was Don. But Helm, like, so
anime of the year.
so the son then leads like this invading army, and they defeat the Rohirrim at some battle. They have to retreat. They're kind of just like spread out. A lot of the people are like enslaved, but Helm like retreats to what is now obviously Helm's Deep in the fortress there. And then a bunch of people like retreat elsewhere. Like a huge, horrible like winter sets in before literally. I bet you George R. R. Martin stole this. Like,
Probably.
I would not be surprised. So this like huge winter sets in, like massive snow. People are starving at Helm's Deep, and his son goes against his orders, tries to like go get food, launches it in it, like he disappears and dies. And then I think one of his other sons dies as well. So he's lost two of his sons. And then in his grief and in his starvation, he literally goes out and he has like this horn. He has this horn. And every time he has this horn, he's just like killing people. Like he's like a one-man. He's just like a one-man like ghost wrecking crew. But he would always come back to Helm's Deep that night. And it was just him. Just owning people.
Dude, that's awesome. That's almost Goblin Slayer-y.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was very Goblin Slayer too.
Yes,
and he obviously eventually dies during that winter. Like there's one night where he comes back, but once the snow starts falling, his like nephew leads an army to attack the capital of Rohan, which I can't remember what its name is. You see it in you see it in the movies.
Oh yeah.
So he leads an army, the Golden Gates or whatever. So he leads an army there, like beats the sun, takes it over, and then the rest of because the armies were like the bad guys had like split their army, and like they all like die from flooding because the snow melts and it creates like massive floods. And then Gondor is able to like come through the snow too, to provide assistance. And so they run these people out because they were in like what's Saruman's place? Isildur?
Isildur, yeah.
Yeah, so they were based in Isildur and they were able to push them out of Isildur. They take the tower of Isengard, or Isengard. They take the tower of Isengard. And then Saruman shows up at the end and like takes the tower, and then and they think he's like they actually like welcome him. They think he's like an ally. Little do they know that he's there just to like search for. He's there to search for something. I forget what it is. And then he just plots against man the entire time because he wants to. He thinks he can challenge Sauron.
Man flesh. Dude, that sounds sick. Holy crap.
Yeah, no. The shorts, that's the short story in the book.
Yeah.
But they got a Japanese director doing it. You stay true to, I mean, obviously you're just gonna have like some cool sick scenes of this guy just like hunting in the snow. You'll probably have a couple epic battles at the capital. Like there'll be two battles at the capital when it gets taken and when it gets retaken. You'll have this battle at the valley where Helm like gets defeated. You'll probably see a bunch of slavery.
When everybody shows up.
You'll have the sortie out of Helm's Deep where the sun like disappears and stuff. So yeah, I mean, look, it sounds made for Japanese anime.
Yeah,
honestly.
that literally. I was gonna make a joke like, "Wow, I can't believe Tolkien inspired anime." Like,
I'm serious. Like, it's just great writing. Like, I was like, when they announced it, I was like, okay, where's the short?
Where's the story? Right? Yeah.
It does sound a little bit like
it's in the back of Fellowship. So I have all the I've actually never read these, but
that's
I did
probably
read
why I never read the short story, because as a kid I just got done with the main book and I was like, all right, next one. Like I don't care about these. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't care. I want Gandalf in them. I don't care about this guy. And now I care about this guy.
Well, it sounds like a short, like, you know, the Lord of the Rings, Shadow of Mordor.
The games,
yeah, the games. So the guy that just goes out solo and starts taking them out, and then it also sounds like a true to life story about a soldier that didn't believe in but he went out against the camps to I guess save a bunch of his comrades.
Freaking Hacksaw Ridge.
Ridge,
yeah.
Might not be in Fellowship. It's in the one that has all the appendices. Might be in Return of the King. Let's see. I think it might be in Return of the King.
Yeah, because I don't remember it at the end of Fellowship because I went through those.
I think Return of the King has all the appendices. Yeah, Return of the King is the one that has all the Return of the King has all the appendices. I don't even think they make this cover anymore. It's a shame. The movie covers are cool.
I did like the movie covers. They weren't bad. I like the embossed font.
I had the old school covers where Bilbo was just like, you know.
You don't have them anymore?
John Candy was like a freaking with a Hobbit costume.
Hell yeah.
You had freaking Gollum. He was just black and slimy with green.
I know what covers you're talking about. Yeah.
Old school covers.
But how could Bucky read The Hobbit if he was alive during the war?
Sean the Movie Man says, how much of what John says will be in the new Amazon Lord of the Rings TV show? So this is not the Amazon TV show that I'm talking about. This is a New Line Cinema Warner Brothers animation project that is being directed by a Japanese director. He's got some big credits to his name. I think you said one of them earlier, Spencer, like Cyber D or something like that.
Oh, D Grayman?
D Gray, I think. Maybe
we're all familiar with the Cyber D.
He did Cyborg 009.
Oh, Cyborg 009, such a good series. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, Jinro. That's what I mentioned Jinro earlier. He did that.
Yeah, he's done do you have it up already?
Mm-hmm, I'm looking at his wiki page now. Dude.
Someone has it up already.
Oh, you're looking at his wiki page? All right, here, I got it here.
He did backgrounds for DuckTales.
Oh boy.
That's how he got his start.
Yeah, do I have it on here? I gotta find it here.
Oh, dude, he directed Standalone Complex, Ghost in the Shell. Holy crap!
It really wants me to do. He did the Ultraman 2019 series for Netflix.
I like that one.
So his name is Kenji Kamiyama, and then he also So they got a bunch of people who are writing it who did the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance, which I don't know. I tried to watch some of that. I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't for me. But Cyborg 009, Call of Justice, 2019 Ultraman, Ghost in the Shell. What does the SAC stand for?
Standalone Complex.
Standalone Complex. So he's got some pretty. I like the 2019 Ultraman series. I don't think I finished it.
I did too.
The stuff that I know you're a huge Ultraman fan.
Yeah,
I did watch some of it, and it was pretty good.
I liked it a lot.
the animation was a little stiff, I guess.
I mean, that's what happens when you use like what is it, like CG models. Like, so it didn't work for the people, but when he was Ultraman and fighting, I thought it worked really well.
Yeah. Yes, I will agree.
But yeah, otherwise they look like old video games.
Right.
Don't go alone, son.
But yeah, so the War of the I'm actually excited for this because I think this is based on Tolkien's work. They're saying that they're getting the original people who did the movies on it as well. Although, like you can argue like the Hobbit trilogy wasn't. it's okay. But the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's so good. It's so good.
It's one
good.
of
the it wasn't
cinematic
true
masterpiece
to the books to some extent, but
the Hobbit.
I think we've talked. No, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I think we've talked about this though because I know how much we all cry. Like we want 1-to-1, like as close to 1-to-1 as you can get, but you have to make some concessions translating like books to movies or like comics to because it's just of the format. So like. Again, as long as they're not saying like, "Oh, Gandalf was a space alien," and
or Arwen
was a
is fighting at the Battle of Helm's Deep or whatever.
Right, exactly.
I didn't even know that. Like, I saw that Gary did that video, and I saw those like screenshots, and I'm just like, "What?" Yes, that would have completely ruined Eowyn's story. It would have ruined Arwen's story.
Arwen.
What are you doing?
Arwen being at that first.
This battle right here, Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about at the Fellowship?
Yeah, when she met the Fellowship and she saw the Black Riders coming, and then she summoned the water. That wasn't supposed to be her doing that. That was supposed to be like a Celeborn or somebody else. It was just like another
her dad.
Elven
Her
character.
dad. This isn't her dad. No, her dad's Elrond, but Celebrimborn or whatever.
Celebrimbor? One of the Kellas. One of those Killas.
He's supposed to be in the Amazon show.
And then there was the other part where Saruman was supposed to follow what he was supposed to be doing in that short story.
Dread Pirate Mike says it was Glorfindel.
He was supposed to oppose Mordor.
Who was supposed to oppose
Saruman?
Mordor? Right, because he wanted to rival Sauron. Like that.
Yeah, he wanted to rival Sauron, and he wanted to get the ring to have the power to oppose.
Yeah, because he wanted to be Sauron, basically. Yeah, right.
And then eventually he cast off the white, and he became Saruman of many colors.
Yeah, but we never got the Saruman of many colors. It would have been so cool.
All the caves would be.
I know.
Many colors. Interesting. Dread Pirate Mikey says it was Glorfindel who rescued Frodo in the book.
That's the one. Okay.
Glorfindel.
He's the elven magician.
The R1 switch was good, I thought. Fewer characters. This is well done. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, I like that. Again, that's something that you can do. I always point to Watchmen. I think getting rid of the squid monster was totally.
Oh yeah, I think that was one you had to make for.
I thought that worked well.
Dude, I didn't know until Gary talked about it that Christopher Tolkien was not a fan of the movies.
The actual, like the Lord of the Rings
the
movies?
actual Lord of the Rings.
He didn't like him?
Yeah, he didn't like it for some reason.
At least he
I didn't dive into it too much, but I
can understand. I can understand that.
Yeah,
I can get it. I mean, at least he gave it an okay though, like to make it in the first place.
Yeah,
as opposed to The Hobbit.
I mean, I saw a tweet the other day, and I totally agreed with it. It was like the best battle that we've seen on film is this Battle of Helm's Deep. It is
hands down. Cannot argue it.
And the second greatest battle is from Return of the King. Especially when the Rohirrim arrive.
I was gonna say when they were
riding down the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking
Gandalf. And then Gandalf at the chart.
What's his name? The elf. I'm totally blanking. I should know his name.
Legolas?
Yeah, Legolas. It was a little over the top where he's like freaking like Tarzaning on like the mammoth tusks.
Oh, dude, I mean
the CG for it was just
CG mammoth tusks was bad, but I was about to bring up like I know it's stupid, but it appeals to my inner 13-year-old, and it's that scene in the Battle of Helm's Deep when he grinds down the stairs and he's like shooting orcs down the way, like so dumb, so cool.
Yeah. No, that was actually like I feel like the humor that you had between Gimli and Legolas is basically what Marvel has tried to do, and now it's just like it doesn't work anymore.
Quit.
And the reason why the Legolas and Gimli stuff worked because they were being serious too.
Yeah, they were playing it straight.
Like I still need to kill all these orcs, and there's a lot of them. Like I think there's at one point Gimli like makes a crack where it's just like we're just gonna have to kill as many as we can, but we're probably gonna get overrun or something like that. Mark says he did not
like right for the charge.
Shield grinding.
Get out of here. I know it's one of those things. Like I know it's dumb. Like I totally admit, like, probably shouldn't have been in the movie, but there's just something about seeing a dude grind down on a shield plug-in orcs that is just like, I want to be that guy.
Like, I mean, just look, that is just freaking cool.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, look at that.
Just they're like in a kill spot too, because they're in between the valley and it's just like
they're completely pressed, yeah.
And then that's from Return of the King, where they're about
to like nowadays they would have just made that all CG, and that's why it doesn't work nowadays.
Yeah, because
like most of that is practical effects until you get to the point where it's like where like they're just indistinguishable like blobs. Then they start going CG, but they don't start with the one that you're looking at right in front.
Yeah, so this is the guy that Helm like one hits. This guy named Freka. he literally hits him once in the gut and like kills him. Like he says, following the Helm confronts Freka and hits him.
Oh,
with
hey,
one punch
Ravul's
so
here
hard that
finally.
he
What's
ends
up, Ravul?
falling in.
We needed you earlier.
Can't remember what
But-
photo.
we need to know, does Hathaway's Flash, does Gundam's Hathaway Flash happen? Where does it happen in the UC timeline? Is it
Right after
before-
it's
is
one
it-
of the Char movies.
Yeah, it's after one of the Char events, and we can't. John and I couldn't remember which one, but we needed you. Watch, literally go back in the stream, and we were
Yeah.
calling for you across the oceans.
Roof Korean says many QBs endured hours of makeup. Yes, we appreciate that.
Creating
I do.
jobs.
But yeah, so the guy that leads them, it's the his name is Wolf. He's the son of that Freka guy, and he leads these people called the Dunlendings. That's how I say that.
Sounds like my new company, Don Lending.
Yeah, I was gonna say John Landis.
But there's also I don't know if these are still the Dunlendings here, but enemies of Gondor that landed in the mouths of Lefnui and Ison,
Oh, in the
So-
mouths.
and they join up with the Dunlendings, I guess. So you have like multiple different tribes like coming to go
All
after
together.
Rohan.
Dude,
And
such,
I'm not like-
such a medieval story.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Like, I'm not like, to me, it sounds like they're definitely humans because Wolf is a human and he's leading them. So it sounds like the Dunlendings are like just like a different tribe of humans that try
Of,
to
like-
attack Rohan.
Yeah, like what are the names? Whatever Egret was in Game of Thrones. The what are they called? Wildlings? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the freaking horn. That's so cool that they took this. They took the horn that this guy like. He literally just had a horn, and they like it's like attached to this huge horn that Gimli. I think I have that in here too. Yeah, there's the. It'll be it like because it's obviously he's got the horn here, and then it starts going to the stone part right there. So like we'll see if they have this horn there, or if that's just like not the horn he used. I hope they use this horn. Or like obviously it's not going to be that physical horn because it's an anime. It's an anime, but if they use
They gotta
that
have,
horn,
dude.
they have this guy blowing this huge horn.
Since they've got animation, yeah, they should just go freaking nuts and just give you this giant ass
Yeah.
horn.
Yeah, so like right here it says Helm had a great horn, and soon it was marked that before he sallied forth, he would blow a blast upon it that echoed in the deep. And then so great a fear fell on his enemies that instead of gathering to take him or kill him, they fled away down the Coombe. Like how like that's just
The
fantastic writing right there. Like you feel that fear of that horn. You hear that horn blast. You feel that fear in just that one sentence. Yeah,
Dude, so
was-
sick.
here it is. Tolkien Helm grew fierce and gaunt for famine and grief, and dread of him alone was worth many men in the defense of the burg. He would go out by himself clad in white and stalk like a snow troll into the camps of his enemies and slay many men with his hands. It was believed that he bore no weapon. Oh, I double typed that though.
No weapon. It's for emphasis.
Oh, yeah.
Emphasis.
That if he
Emphasis.
bore- yeah, that if he bore, it was believed that if he bore no weapon would bite on him. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The Dunlending said that if he could find no food, he ate men. That tale lasted long in Dunland. So he's like a cannibal too.
A cannibal, dude.
He's like eating their hearts like freaking Kano.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like lobbing off heads and then like taking an arm and chewing it on the battlefield and just slicing away.
Yeah. So this sounds like really cool. I'm actually excited
I'm up for this. We
This
haven't
looks
heard
cool.
any news on the Star Wars anime they talked about years ago, huh? Or like a year ago. I don't think we've heard anything.
No,
That's too
I
bad.
haven't. All right, let's get into. I mean, so we're actually talking about something cool that they announced. Which is
I know, right? This is such a rarity.
Yeah. Let's get into some Victoria Alonso here.
My
Victoria's
favorite.
Secret? Oh, Victoria's
Oh,
Alonso.
Dude, Victoria's Secret
Victoria's
too.
Secret. Victoria's
Going woke.
Secret. Yeah, they're killed themselves.
Yeah, in case anybody didn't know, they're getting rid of the angels. Like they're gone.
I was talking
That's-
to my wife and my mother-in-law, and they're just like, "Why would you do that?" Like, when like
Not so much
What?
getting rid of the angels, but replacing it with
Megan Rapinoe.
Hippos.
Yeah,
I don't know what the
Rapinoe.
hell they're doing. Freaking.
Yeah, they've just said Megan Rapinoe is going to be the newest model, but
Yeah.
like they're retiring the entire concept of angels and all of that stuff. So
All I saw was a picture of a guy. So
have
Credit
fun
to-
selling your lingerie on like non-lingerie. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense, guys.
Credit to Megan Rapinoe for somehow becoming like an obscure like soccer player, and now she's like leveraged it for like a Subway. I can't. She's on these Subway commercials. I can't.
Oh,
stand
is
them.
she now? Ugh.
Why couldn't
Oh,
they
it's so
have done-
terrible. She's like trying to like sell you Subway, but at the end of the commercial, there's a guy eating a burger on a bench, just like enjoying his food, and she kicks the soccer ball at him, and his food goes flying. And like, you think that's gonna get him to like want to buy Subway? No. Like, I'm not gonna buy Subway because you just kicked my food out of my.
I want you to
eating a
replace my
burger.
food. Yeah.
I was eating a
Jared did it
burger.
better.
Yeah.
Too controversial? Is this a, say Jared?
Do better. Jared, do better.
I can't stand those. Like, even with her, like, even if you just replaced her, that it just is a terrible commercial. Like, why would I want to go like buy something from somewhere who's like literally kicking something I'm eating out of my hands? Like, there's
Bullies.
so-
A bully. Awesome.
tangent over on that one. Those commercials like just irritate me. I can't stand them. It starts with her kicking someone's like kicking something out of their hand with the soccer ball. Ravul Arvita says Hathaway Flash takes place after Char's counterattack.
All right. So he said after Char's? I think we were both wrong then.
Yeah, after Char's counterattack.
Okay, then we were both wrong.
I wasn't sure which one.
Yeah. I said
I knew it
before
was-
that one.
I thought it was I wasn't sure if it was after, because there's two Char movies. There's
Yeah,
Char's
there's
counterattack and there's Char something else. I
Oh my
can't
gosh.
remember.
Char's counterattack and Char's. We were literally saying it
Will tell
earlier.
us. Yeah, we were. He'll tell us.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway.
This is yeah. So she says you are leaving money on the table by not representing. We'll get to that, and that's just the headline, obviously. But I guess she was over in France, right? Is that where this place is, Annecy?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so she's over in France for the Annecy International Animation Film Festival promoting the What If series. And I guess, like, according to Deadline, she showed a clip of Peggy Carter transforming into her super soldier form of Captain Britain. In the video, I had to like cut some parts out here because I was just talking about like X-Men and Excalibur, and like it's like not the Captain Britain that you know from that's X-Men related or whatever. And then I was like, oh, I guess she's. And then I was like, I don't know if Captain Britain was originally X-Men related.
Poor
It's, like, more
X-Men,
Excalibur.
man. Poor X-Men.
Now she is X-Men though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
Captain
it's
Britain
Betty
was
now.
a long time ago. I think before the X-Men, because he was fighting
right.
he was
Jim Jaspers.
Yeah, he was
Well, he's like magic based with the medallion, right?
Yeah.
He was a character
Yeah.
in like a Marvel UK book, like
Right.
the title like Marvel UK or whatever. How Marvel had weird titles back then, and they put like important stories in these weird books.
And he eventually came into Excalibur, right? And he was leading
Yeah,
it.
then he became Excalibur, and then Betty became Psylocke, and then Kurt and Kitty went with him to be Excalibur, and Claremont.
Yes,
Right.
welcome to the X-Men timeline, everybody.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so I just cut. I cut it out because it was just like no one needs to know this. Additional information that was unnecessary, and I was like, I'm probably confusing
For
myself
real.
here. Because it was just like a quip that I made off the cuff, and I was like, well, maybe I don't know. Anyway, so she promoted the show, but she also discussed Marvel's focus on diversity and inclusion. And this, I'm going to credit Spencer for this because I actually, when I was first hearing it, I was just like freaking tunneled in on just like what she was saying. And Spencer pointed out, she's literally admitting that they're pandering
Yeah.
for that to make more money. And I guess like I also think like I think that it's not all. I don't actually believe in them trying to make money because I've always said. I know I said it in this video, and like after I published it, I was just like, I don't actually believe this because I think these people are literally doing this for an agenda and
Oh yeah.
it's much more sinister purposes. And we know that like Get Woke Go Broke is like that's an actual thing.
It really, unless you're Gillette and you can keep your freaking job after losing your company $8 billion.
Yeah, they had to like do an $8 billion. I actually like respond. I like
know, you talked about it today.
And some guy responded and was just like that's just because of like monetary like changes, and it's like, dude, like,
he was like, it's about the economy or whatever, and I'm like,
$8 billion, bro. Like, no.
Oh no.
Yeah. But so Spencer pointed this out. Like, she's literally admitting to pandering to diversity and inclusion changes to try and get the woke money.
That's what they're all doing, though. I mean,
see, I that's what they all claim they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they all claim they're doing.
Or at least that's not. They all are claiming they're actually doing it for like a moral good.
Right.
Yeah.
But they claim to care about you. Like, we really want to,
we're an ally. We want to join you in promoting your purpose and your cause and your truth.
Wakanda forever. Black people or like black kids finally have a hero for themselves. This is a moment of. We would only make this movie because we know that they want representation. We're making Black Widow because we know that our female fans want to see a strong female. They need more female heroes on screen, and it's like, no, they literally are just making it like they will sell you any line to get your damn money. Or keep themselves, or as John and I believe, like keep themselves in power and keep promoting all their crap.
Keep themselves relevant to the times.
Yeah,
not even relevant to the times, like literally in power, like cultural control.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Like an anime move. Cultural control.
My tinfoil hat has
I make everybody wear
yesterday because of something, but we'll talk about that at another time.
But I also think what's interesting with this is that this is a narrative shift. It was all about like every time they would say something like this, it was for like, like what Spencer just said. It was for our moral good, whatever cause it is that you're. That's the cause of the day or whatever.
Yeah, cause du jour.
And now she's saying that we're doing it because we can make money off of it. And
it's a bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, both of them are garbage because it's just a power move. But yeah, so as she claimed, diversity, inclusion, and gender parity all go hand in hand with showing the world as it is. She says there's about 6,000 characters. Chapek said literally 2 days ago they had 8,000. So that's a big 2,000 character difference. In the Marvel library, they have access. Maybe Chapek is counting the Spider-Man stuff too. Who knows? So if this goes right, which I think they have like 6,000 too, though. Sony says they have like a ton. So if this goes right, we will be telling these stories for many, 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 many generations to come. And that right there, to me, is what they're talking about. That's the power. That's the power.
Yeah, exactly.
She's saying that right there, the power.
That's the power play.
Yeah. And so the importance of laying the ground for what's to come is that in those stories, there's many different characters that you can actually voice. She goes on to say, and then she says, like, she gets asked this question, which I doubt that space there. I doubt she actually gets asked this question. Like, aren't you tired every time your movie comes? It's number one in the world. Who asks that? Who would be asking that?
So stupid. What kind of journalist would ask that question? Are you glad? Aren't you tired of your movies being so fantastic every time?
Are you tired of making shitloads of money anytime you put out anything? Like,
dude, it's just like that stupid ass journalist that came in and defended the Mangold when we were all asking dude, you're denigrating your fans. You're denigrating your fans. You're losing your viewers for your movie. And that dumbass journalist, that award-winning journalist came in and is fucking, you show them, James. These are all just retards and dumb idiots. I'm like, fuck you dick sucker. Fuck off. I wanted to say that, but I didn't say that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on.
Behind the scenes.
Hold on. I'm gonna get back to that. I just want to know. Since Don just went on that rant, I just wanted to. We are demonetized. I don't know if it's that rant, but we are definitely demonetized now.
I think it's because we call it the black pill.
Maybe it was monetized because I got the ad in the beginning. So
yeah, right, exactly, because of the whole Bell thing.
Yeah. But yeah, so she says the reason we have that success consistently is because our audience is global. You cannot have a global audience and not somehow start to represent it. So that's this. She's contradicting herself right here, right?
1,000% contradicting herself.
Yeah.
So the reason we have that success consistently is because our audience is global. You cannot have a global audience and not somehow start to represent it. Literally, you have you created stuff that wasn't quote unquote representing people, circular. And you got a global audience.
Right, exactly.
Change what you do to pander to the global audience. Like that.
Who, if rumors were to be believed, don't give a crap. Like China doesn't.
Not rumors, like literally South China Morning Post is reporting on what Chinese people are saying.
Like you've got
get out.
Yeah, you've got the Chinese state media going like, here are all the upcoming Marvel movies and taking out Shang-Chi,
no Shang-Chi,
and
no
the Turtles. Like the two movies that Marvel is banking on to not only
make money in China.
Diversity, not only diversity, but like specifically hit China. So it's almost like everybody can see through your crap.
That's probably why they got rid of Kingo and he's not Japanese anymore. It's probably why he's not Japanese.
That actually makes dude, I can't believe we didn't realize that before. No, you're 1,000%.
I just thought about that. That's probably why he's not Japanese anymore. And that's why he's like Pakistani, Indian, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For us, it was really, really, really important to have that. So here again, she's talking about like it's some kind of, I don't know why she's talking about it, but she's like logic. For this here, she's trying to intimate it's some kind of moral thing, right? It's really, really important to like represent this global audience. For the longest of time, we heard a woman-led film will never open. I say, please check Captain Marvel, made a lot of money. Then they always told us that Black Panther was never going to open and that nobody wanted a completely black cast. And
where is this coming?
Coming to America?
I think they make this stuff up.
Like, they have to. Roots?
This is like so remember, this is the marketing strategy that they went with when they were promoting these movies. If you remember with Black Panther, there was like Black Panther is the first like black superhero to have its own movie, and it's like literally Blade started it all, right?
Yeah.
Like in the 90s. So, but she's just doubling down on this like marketing strategy that they've been doing with Captain Marvel and Black Panther, and Wonder Woman beat Captain Marvel to the punch. Anyways,
and did really well as a female-led film, by the way.
Yeah. So did the Underworld franchise. There's like 4 Underworld movies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, do you guys not know film history? Do you know what industry
they do? It's what I talk about all the time. They just do this crap so that they can always seem right. And it's disingenuous. And like there's that article I wrote where Disney was promoting or like journalists were praising Disney for, the first gay character in Cruella. And it's like, how many times have you done this? Like,
LeFou was the first one.
LeFou and then Onward and just, or not Onward. No, it's Onward.
No, it was
Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Cyclops Cop.
Yeah, Cyclops Cop. Like, it's all... It's all crap.
I think someone actually put something together. It was like on it was like a tweet or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was just like a compilation of like all of these like first, like all the headlines. But Dread Pirate Mikey's asking who is saying this. So this is Victoria Alonso. She's now an executive vice president at Marvel Studios. She's one of their top producers behind Kevin Feige. She's actually been with Marvel since the Paramount days. She was like an animation or like a visual effects person or something like that on the first Iron Man.
Like a supervisor?
No, like I don't know if she was actually doing any of the animation. She did something I don't know if she's doing any of the visual effects, but she did something
visual effects related. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously now she's moved up, so she's an executive vice president now. But so then here, this is where she like says that it's the fiscal, right? She says, so you can look at it from the social point of view, the cultural point of view, but truthfully, this is a business. From a fiscal point of view, you are leaving money on the table by not representing. That's what she says there.
literally saying like,
I thought the zombie screenshot.
Zombie cap looks cool. Yeah. Oh, it's super appropriate. It's literally what they are now. They're just festering.
Yeah.
Like they're reanimating the corpses of everything we love and trying to sink their teeth into you so that they can bleed you dry for your money. Because, like she admits right there, like if you're leaving money on the table by not representing them, they're only looking at you as wallets. They don't care about actually representing you. They never did. Like
no, and that's greed. I've talked about that.
Oh
before.
yeah, we've talked about not only has John talked about greed before, but we've talked about like just all of this before. Eric July has talked about this before. Like it's all gross. Yikes.
Tehillim is right. Tyrants are meant to fall, not rise. Yes, they will always lose at the end of the day.
Eventually.
Yeah. So then this was weird. She provided some numbers about Marvel's audience. She says, I think 51% of our audience is female. I'm skeptical of that. It might be up there now.
Yeah, I was going to say I can believe that
with
now.
Captain
honestly.
Marvel, maybe.
I can honestly believe that now with the shows.
I remember looking at Wonder Woman stuff. It was still more men than women, if I remember. And that was with Wonder Woman. Like Birds of Prey, we just did Birds of Prey. It was way more men than women as well too. Obviously that's not Marvel.
Marvel, yeah.
Those are two DC movies, but
they're still comic book movies. Like
right.
I'm sure if we went back in the archives, you're right, John, we could find a bunch of like Captain Marvel's audience was 60 whatever percent men and whatever percent women, but lower.
Just look at IMDb. All the reviews are from men, or it's usually more men posting reviews on IMDb for comic book movies. Not My Star Wars is here. Hail,
Not My Star Wars. Yeah, we were just talking about you.
We've been talking about Bob Chapek quite a bit and his Credit Suisse, I think, interview that he gave. Him taking credit for Marvel's success, making the Avengers household names or whatever. Absolutely. And then his he was also touting the virtual queue when John Campea is like
so bad, dude, so bad.
Doesn't work. But yeah, she's also saying 28% of our audience is Hispanic. That's interesting. That she didn't break that down even further because people in Brazil are different from people in Mexico,
right?
Are different from American Hispanics.
Dude, like I would say that
all different types of Hispanics.
I'd say like probably like 80% of that 28% is freaking Brazil. They freaking love Marvel.
See,
no, Brazil
is shaking. That's
why they
more.
That's why they go down there now. That con in Brazil is huge now. CCP or whatever it is. Or...
Yeah, something like that. CX, something like that. Where they did Godzilla versus Kong and Wonder Woman.
CXP or CCXP.
I think CXP. One of them. Yeah,
something like that. But they did. Wonder Woman was down there. I think Gal was actually there. Maybe she did a video thing. Maybe.
Yeah, I remember.
They did a huge Venom thing. I know
that's what the big one was. Venom, yeah, it was Venom.
There's a huge Venom thing with Tom Hardy and stuff because I think that was pre-COVID, and I think he actually went down there, or one of them was the director was down there, and then Feige's down there because I have a bunch of like red carpet Getty images that we have licensed that Disney gave us from like from that
event
in like 2019. So yeah, and YouTube saying Brazil is the 4th most populated nation in the world.
That makes sense.
I don't dispute that.
It goes like China.
But so if we don't represent so here's the hypocrisy again. If we don't represent the people that watch what we make, eventually they go elsewhere because somebody else will figure it out. Except they came and watched your movies without you representing them in the first place.
Yeah.
Like that there is like if you want to make there was no like quote unquote representation in the movies based on skin color because it's obviously color and gender. Which is what she's doing, which is what she's saying. Like, that's her argument that she's making. That's why she brought up those stats, because it's all, like, skin color and gender. Then they came to watch your movies. Like, they were already watching them. So, I don't understand. Like, it's what she's saying here does not compute, because it doesn't make any sense.
Have we seen any reviews about Iron Man not having enough representation?
Iron Man. I mean, didn't Iron Man 3 come out before this entire wave?
I know, but like when Iron Man was saying, I don't like this movie because there's not enough representation.
There's
The only
2 white guys, a black guy, and a woman.
the only thing related to any of that is that people were complaining that Terrence Howard didn't get in the armor. Like that's the only complaint about like his character that anybody had, because people wanted to see War Machine.
Yeah.
I guess the villain was white too, and then you had the middle.
But isn't that what they want? Isn't that what they would want? The villain, the capitalist, the vicious capitalist villain who's willing to screw over those closest to him. Like, isn't that what they would want to promote as the villain? Like
versus the other capitalist.
But he's the cute capitalist though. He's not big and fat, so I like him.
He was America last. He was an America last capitalist, selling out America to the terrorists. And not just the terrorists. He's selling them out to the 10
the
rings.
Mandarin.
Yeah, the Mandarin and the 10 rings, which is way worse. Did he die?
Yeah, he dropped into the big arc reactor.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Remember, he flies up, and then like their armors freeze.
Yeah.
They fall, and then there's like he's holding him, I think, and then the armor just like breaks.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't survive that unless he does.
Yeah, unless he does. Welcome to Marvel.
Unless he does.
Welcome to Marvel now.
Like Maul, right?
Like Luke or like Anakin's lightsaber.
Sean the Movie Man says it's considered racist to have people of color as villains now, which means that no, all of the villains are black now. All of the villains are like black.
Kang the Conqueror.
That's what the whole thing. That's what they're doing now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they made Kang black. Who else? Wesker.
We were just talking.
Wesker is black now in the live action Resident Evil. I mean, there's a bunch now that they're doing.
Oh my gosh.
They have the Star Wars, the Rogue Squadron stuff has a bunch of black Imperial women.
Oh, Black Widow. If it's to believe that.
If that pans out,
yeah.
I know there's people saying that it's Vice too. That it's Rachel.
I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her.
Yeah.
Kang's the Conqueror. We was the King.
Yeah, Sean the Movie Man says they were sympathetic villains, not true villains. Oh yeah, no one is they don't look at things black and white anymore. It's all levels of gray. You have to find some kind of like sympathy with the villain.
Everything's gonna be Carly Morgenthau now.
Like, I'm totally cool with everything being in shades of gray, but like, yeah, I don't always have to come out of this like sympathizing with them. I could just understand where they're coming from and be like, okay, cool, don't like you. We're taking you out.
Yeah, Heath Ledger's Joker, you can understand, but you know he's a freaking villain.
Right, you know he needs to burn.
Yes, and like Zemo is the perfect example of like how they tried to like I haven't watched all of that, but I saw enough clips where they are trying to make you sympathize with his character and make him have to be like, oh, he's actually the one who's like been oppressed, blah blah blah. Like, no, dude, this guy literally bombed the UN. He's a terrorist.
Yeah, dude, he blew up the UN. He killed a king of another nation. Like, not a good person.
Out of like wrongful like vengeance.
Yeah, like knowingly wrongful vengeance. It's not like he just believed a lie. Like he knew the truth and he's like, no, I hate him anyway. We're going for it.
yeah. Like he was like, I know that like Ultron went out of like got out of control or whatever, but it was like who saved Sokovia from being completely wiped out? Freaking Avengers did, including Iron Man. Iron Man's literally like on the freaking bottom of the freaking
like trying to
push it up by himself.
Trying to do the Superman thing.
If only he hadn't destroyed his suits in Iron Man 3.
If only they had a plan for those movies.
But so Alonso concludes here. We can only tell stories if we succeed and actually have money to make them. That's completely false. Absolutely not true whatsoever. Now, I'm pretty sure they just give a blank check for any kind of Marvel stuff.
Yeah, at this point. Look at the Hellfire Gala.
And even if you look at that without having the context of Marvel, how do you tell a story? How do you succeed? Oh, so hold on, sorry. Let me get my thoughts here. How do you tell a story and then already know that you're going to succeed? Like, that's not how it works. You have to tell the story first, and then you find out if you succeed. Right. So we can only tell stories if we succeed. It's not how it works. Like, you tell the story first, and then you find out if you succeed. You only tell more stories if you succeed, right? That's what she should be saying. But that's not what she said. So, and actually money's making. So the idea being, if it makes money, why not make it? To me, it seemed like a very simple equation, but it took a lot of time, a lot of talking. So the only examples they have are Black Panther and Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel 2 has been renamed The Marvels, which indicates they might not have been done as well as what they thought, and it might have only done really well because they marketed it in between Endgame and Infinity War.
Oh yeah,
and they made it seem like you had to. It was essential to watch it,
which you did not really need to, honestly.
Yeah,
you needed to watch Ant-Man in order to understand some of the stuff that was happening in Endgame.
Yes, Ant-Man was essential, and Ant-Man was actually the first Ant-Man was lots of fun. I actually really enjoyed it.
I didn't like Ant-Man. Paul Rudd getting cucked in the second one, but that's the way it's going.
But Michael Pena's character, his name is Luis, right? Is that what his character's name is?
Yeah, Luis.
Yeah, his character is absolutely hilarious in the first Ant-Man movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So Disney MCU is basically iCarly, the superhero movies. Yeah, I think so.
Sucks.
Yeah, Sean the Movie Man says second Ant-Man was kind of woke, and I hated the sympathetic villain.
Yeah,
that was another race, black person of color or black person playing the villain there with Ghost with Hannah John Kamen, I think is her name.
Yeah, I believe that's her.
She's gonna be playing Red Sonja now.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Mark 63366 says Ant-Man was good, Wasp wasn't. Yeah. It was nice seeing Michelle Pfeiffer and Michael Douglas like get in the suit, but that was about it. The second Ant-Man, it wasn't the Ant-Man and the Wasp it just wasn't as good.
No, it wasn't as good as the first one. Sorry.
No way. The first one was so good. The second one was
But then also, like, so this is interesting. We're talking about I don't know if Not My Star Wars is still here, but we were talking about Chapek and the Armor Wars comment. Well, literally, they have like freaking Iron Man in this way. I'm pretty sure. I think RDJ did do some voice acting for it, if I remember correctly, because I remember I think he recorded it like pre-COVID. Because I remember someone said he was in the recording studio with him.
Didn't they say they were going to redo all the movies, like all of them would be in other roles? So you have Chadwick Boseman as Star-Lord now.
Star-Lord.
Yes.
Yeah. You have obviously you have Bucky
some of them
picking up the shield now.
Yeah. So it's you got Peggy with Captain Britain doing the super soldier treatment. Obviously, you got Zombie Cap. I think he's fighting Bucky in like the train or something.
Bucky gets the shield.
Then this looks like I don't know who's in this suit.
That's Steve.
I don't know if it's Steve in the suit.
And then the suit was created by Howard.
Right, which is right here. He's down here. That's Howard there.
Howard.
So there's a bunch of stuff because then you have I think it's the Watcher, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have and there's this. There's like Doctor Strange fighting Doctor Strange. To me, I think the What If is actually going to be in canon, and you're gonna all the timelines we just saw, like with the bomb, like deleting the sacred timeline. Like this is what all these timelines are. So that's like the What If.
No, John, that's too smart,
too logically.
Too logical. No,
it's too cool.
They're gonna bring it back down.
Every week. If it's too cool, it's never gonna happen.
You're putting too much hope into it, John. You actually thought they worked to write? They put effort to think.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, they don't call her Red Sonja in the comics? I thought they did.
No. What I'm sorry, guys. What I'm saying is that Ghost is not calling herself Red Sonja, like the character. It's just that the actress is playing Red Sonja.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was just trying to clear that up for Sean because it sounded confusing.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mark said, Mark said Ghost is going to be Red Sonja now. And
okay.
So I was just trying to clarify, like it's not in the comics, but it's that actress is playing Red Sonja.
The actress who played Ghost is playing Red Sonja.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was, I found this was interesting too. So we kind of made this point already, but we'll come back to it here.
Mm-hmm.
So in this Reddit asked me anything back in 2019. Remember, now she's saying it's about the money, right? It's all about the money. In this one, it was about the moral. It was about the moral good or whatever. She's making some moral grandstand point. So she said the best part of working for Marvel Studios is 100% all of it, which is a lie. Like I'm sorry, there's things that you like more than other things. It's just
yeah, seriously.
But most importantly, to be like, again, so here she's like is 100% all, and then she like separates out like the thing that she thinks is actually the most important. But most importantly, to be able to show new generations the characters that represent them in each and every way has given me great pride. So she's there saying that it's all about like that moral
like
stand.
Yeah.
Until
like now it's like
conviction.
It's about the money, which means that she doesn't actually get, like, again, she doesn't actually care. And that leads us, if we're gonna keep going here. I don't even think we need to talk about this stuff. She's just virtue signaling about getting 50% of all creative jobs in animation, and that's just normal. That's just what they want. But I think that leads us to I think that's a good jumping off point to this story. I got the cat box on. What is going on? What is it doing? Oh, it's hitting shift, I think. Leads us to this story here, where Eric July was, I guess, for Canon's sake, a couple days ago on his live stream. I hope he likes that picture. I thought it was like a good, like, let me tell you, like, maybe. Sometimes people get like, when I took the screenshots of that, I thought that was a good one though, because it's like, I know it's not when he's saying that, but like I thought it was cool, like he could be saying that. These guys have absolutely no integrity when they take on these roles. So this is the same thing that he argues about the actors taking on these roles. So when they take on these race swapped or gender swapped roles, he argues, and I think rightfully so, that these people, they don't have any integrity. Because then when they take these roles, they then try and lecture you about like why, like about like
I took this role because
whatever.
I know that we needed more representation. Like it's that kind of stuff. Like yeah, it's dumb.
And it's
just
like,
you
no
needed money, bro. Just say you needed money. That's all.
Yeah, just say you need money, and then
you know what I'm reminded of during this whole debate. I was reminded while like after reading the article that you wrote. Like, remember when Hellboy cast, like, I think it was like the white guy as
it's at the end. It's at the end.
Oh, is it at the end?
Yeah.
Ed
Skrein.
Right, exactly. Yeah, Skrein was like, okay, I'll give it away. Like, I can step back from this.
He got pressure. He got social pressure.
I mean, he did get social pressure. Right. But like, this is my whole thought around it is like, you can step away from roles. You can say like, I'm not going to take a role because
he did do it.
Literally, like this, what's his name? Lance Reddick could have said like, hey, honored, but I'm not going to take the role because that's not Wesker. Like I'm not going to be the one to take that away from the fans. You know what I mean? Like you can do that. And especially someone like Lance Reddick, dude is not hurting for money or like roles. Like you're not going to make that much money off of a Resident Evil movie, dude. Like it's just, you're not, or a TV show. You're just not. Like he's about to be in the next Horizon Zero Dawn game. Like he's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, then he was replaced by Daniel Day Kim, which Daniel Day Kim looks more like Ben.
Yeah. And it was great.
I didn't watch that like most people.
Yeah.
It just died.
I
watched the first two, which are
I've
phenomenal.
tried. I think I've tried like 3 different times to watch that new Hellboy movie, and you guys all know me. Like I'm here to give me the pain, like give me the bad, and it's like it's just boring. Like I can't make it. Like I always end up like just forgetting what I'm doing.
Reading the synopsis, it sounds like it's a pretty rad story,
right? It's just not fun. It's just not.
The first
good.
2 Hellboy movies are great.
Dude,
are great.
So good. Especially number 2, Golden Army.
Yeah, Golden Army. I love Golden Army. I love the scene. Like the action scene at the end, obviously, is really cool, where he's fighting the elf with the spear, which is actually fantastic choreographed scene with the clockwork mechanism and stuff. That's so cool. But like, I think my favorite part is when he's like drunk and him and Abe are like, he's like singing to Abe about like he's like pining over what's her name, Liz, right?
Fire Girl,
chick, Liz.
Liz.
I thought that was like the best scene because it really humanized Hellboy.
Yeah.
And you saw that you saw like how he was so human, and I don't know, I really like that scene a lot.
It was super good.
Yeah, it was a great scene.
It's freaking rad.
Really, really well played. As much as Ron Perlman is got super TDS.
Oh, dude,
he's a fantastic Hellboy.
He's like patient 0 for TDS, man.
Yeah, dude, seriously, I actually it's so
patient zeros.
It's so upsetting because I actually like him in Pacific Rim too. Like,
oh yeah, like I like him.
Yeah,
but he's insane.
Yeah. Right, taking race swap roles because they think original black characters are not interesting is very racist. I will like kind of break this down. The issue is that the studios aren't doing these characters, right?
They have no confidence.
They did Black Panther, but they're still like, and where's Blade? We did Blade in the 90s. We're still waiting on Blade. We did Luke Cage on Netflix. I like the first half of the first season of Luke Cage is some of the best superhero TV out there.
Oh, it's so
good. And the reason, and one of the reasons why is because it's really well written, and you have freaking great acting from the guy who plays Cottonmouth, who is supposed to be playing
freaking Mahershala Ali. Yeah,
Mahershala Ali, and it's like, dude's not getting any younger. Like, give me like
let's go, people. Let's go.
Let's get that Blade happening.
I remember there being like a preachy moment in Luke Cage too, and I remember like, oh, that actually makes sense because he was talking about like
it was in
young black
world.
Man. Yeah,
yes.
Be like, you got to make this place a better place, and then he goes in and storms that area and gets riddled by bullets. You know?
Yeah, the Luke Cage TV show is actually like super conservative. Super conservative. The first part. I mean, you have like crooked politicians that are the villains.
Yep.
That are running like degenerate like bars.
Yeah.
And he's like got to clean up the crime. He's got to stop the crime. Like he's a crime fighter. But yeah, no, Resurgam is here. Cottonmouth was yes. And then they brought in the his brother or whatever, which that was. It went downhill from there.
Yeah, it went downhill in the second half. Yeah, maybe the first half.
Yeah, the first half was great, and there's just so many other characters that they can, like. Where is Brother Voodoo? Like, where's he?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Like, Brother Voodoo is like really cool, like, and we haven't really seen like a Louisiana like Bayou like sorcerer guy, like
Creole. Yeah, man, that'd be super cool.
Like I love that stuff. Like that stuff is like cool. Like I think that's like the Louisiana stuff. Like you can do so much with that. Like with the mystique of Louisiana and the Creole and stuff. And I just don't understand.
I did like Bushmaster in the second season.
I watched a little bit of the second season and I was impressed by the guy they had playing Bushmaster. And I probably need to go back and watch a little bit more of that second season. That was just one of the ones where I just got crunched for time, and I just didn't finish it. But it looked like there was promise. Yeah, Chris Neville, I know. Voodoo was rumored for Doctor Strange 2, but that was when Derrickson was directing it.
Yeah.
So
we literally heard like nothing about Voodoo since then. So
yeah, we've heard everything about like everything else happening in Doctor Strange.
The Spider-Man showing up,
but like Voodoo's name never pops up.
Yeah, I haven't seen him pop up in recent.
I think Batman's gonna show up in Doctor Strange 2 at this point. Just freaking.
That sets up Marvel versus DC.
Sean the Movie Man 71 for $5 says, seems like all the race swaps in Hollywood is Sorry, I totally said that wrong. Seems like all the race swaps is Hollywood's way of apologizing for having white men play Indians in early films, but it feels fake and makes poor films. I think that's the way they might explain it. I think they just don't like white people. Like I think a lot of the more like normie supporters of this crap do think that like they're trying to overcorrect from something that they for some reason feel personally responsible for because they drink the Kool-Aid and it makes you guilty for the sins of people you've never even met. But no, I don't think that's what the studios are doing. I think the studios are playing a much more ominous game, and they're using it. What is the term? Useful idiot. That's the problem. They're just using it's not just good intentions of these people to force their crap. And it's not just white people either. It's Asian people. We saw that in J.J. Abrams like diversity book or whatever, where he was literally saying that Asian people are racist. So yeah, pretty much. They hate us. Yeah, and they think that like Asian people are white people. So all the time. Except that's like literally the demographic they're trying to pander to. And Latinos now are freaking white. And that's the demographic they're trying to pander to in China. So
no, the goalpost is moved. So it's not about the race that's being presented on screen as exampled in The Heights now. It's about the color of the skin, the depth of darkness of the skin.
It's always been insane. That. Remember the Will Smith thing? Remember the Will Smith thing when he was cast to play? I don't even know if this movie came out yet already, or if they're still making it. But he was cast to play like Venus and Serena Williams' dad, and they're like, he's not black. Yeah. And then there's the other one we always talk about. Zoe Kravitz wasn't black enough to play Nina Turner.
Oh, Saldana.
Or Saldana. That's right. Sorry. Yeah. Zoe. My apologies. Yeah. Zoe Saldana. Apologized for it. Yeah.
She's I'm sorry I'm not dark enough. And it's like, dude, what is happening?
I remember, Phil wrote an article about Storm and how she wasn't black enough. But I actually thought his argument works because she's pretty dark in the comics, and you'd want that accurate look from the comics. So I agreed with him there because that's what we want. We want comic book accurate characters. That's not to take away from Halle Berry. I thought she didn't get as big a role as what she should have got. Given
she absolutely should have gotten way more.
But I mean, yeah, and even Alexandra Shipp, from what I understand, she's a pretty decent actress, but she pretty much got sidelined as well, which is just a shame because Storm probably could have her own movie.
Yeah, dude, her time growing up as like a thief in Egypt, that would be cool.
Yeah, or as the Storm Goddess in that African village. As well, you could probably do two of that, and then at the end of the movie, she's recruited by Xavier or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Like if you want to do an origin, but there's also the other. Like you could even do. There's like I remember Phil's pointing this out. Like when she first meets Gambit, they're both like Gambit's trying to steal something from what's his name, Shadow King or something like that. I think. Yeah. And Storm runs into him or whatever, and that's how they first that could be like I think that's a pretty cool story that they could do too. They could just like basically like straight up adapt. So there's stuff like that.
But they will never do it.
Yeah. No, I doubt it. If
it's a good idea, it won't happen.
We still haven't seen X-Men, and we haven't seen any X-Men yet. There's no hint of X-Men.
Despite all those rumors.
No, we saw Ralph Boner. What are you talking about? That was totally Ralph Boner. Wasn't that awesome, guys? You read too much into it. That's your fault. Why are you guys idiots?
Yeah, we just cast the guy who played Quicksilver in the X-Men movies.
And dropped a crap load of hints about the multiverse.
So the new Kraven, is he also going to be Quicksilver in the new Kraven the Hunter movie?
Nah, he'll be Crave Buttmanoff, like Butt Munchmanoff, and that'll it's not the Kraven. It's not, you don't know him. It's a new character. Buy our merchandise.
Funky Boy is here. Thank you, Funky Boy, for joining us. He says
Funky
Hollywood
Boy?
has I assume it's a guy. He's Funky Boy, right? Hollywood has lost touch with what made it great to begin with.
Die, senpai.
They no longer care to entertain or make art. They make just mindless woke brain. Yeah, pretty much.
For a second there, John, I thought you were talking about the Kotaku article or something.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
Stay tuned for that.
Talk about woke brainwashing. There are two of them.
Dude, talk about daddy issues.
Like, why would you name your website Kotaku and then you're gonna go just take a dump all over Japanese culture and video games?
It's getting.
What is the point of your website?
It started a couple years ago. A couple years ago, it was like, okay, they are just not big fans of this kind of genre, right? Like they don't like the big like capital A anime games. Fine, but now it's just getting racist, where it's like if it's Japanese, fuck off. Like, we hate you. We don't want to talk about you. We're not even going to give you a chance. Like, it's getting weird, guys.
Where I'm like, Bandai Namco, what do you have coming out?
Please give it to us, because you've got the best slate. Please give it to us. Let them have. Anthem.
Where's my Hero Academia? Where's my Hero Academia Dragon Ball Z Kakarot game?
Oh my gosh! Oh, that would be so cool. I want that now. I haven't even thought about that. I want that now.
No, we talked about that. We talked about that.
Oh no, we did. We did talk about that before. That's right.
Yeah, dude, So yeah, that just because you have to be able to play Deku and Bakugo too, though.
Yeah,
you can't just be it has. Well, yeah, because I mean, in Kakarot you get to play with the mainly Vegeta.
You can even have
Gohan in the beginning.
You could have 2 different campaigns. That would be really cool. Like one Bakugo, one Deku, and then Deku. You beat the Deku, you beat the Bakugo, and then you unlock the Todoroki route.
Todoroki,
that would be cool.
And then they do a whole origin story for All Might. Yes, thank you.
Yep, that's the last chapter. Like, you beat all 3 of them with an S rank or whatever, and you get the All Might origin.
Or you get a whole brand new story created by Horikoshi. That's All Might origin.
Oh, and you get to see his master, who's the best.
The chick, yeah.
I love her with the cape.
Yeah, she's her design's really cool, and I like her.
Smile.
I assume we're probably I just finished volume 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a long ways to go to get to volume 27, which is what they just put out now.
Yeah, I think that's a new one.
I'm still an episode behind on the anime because I don't pay for Crunchyroll. And
we go in ads.
I haven't gone on the high seas. I'm not going to do that. Because I'll tell you why, because it's stealing and it's a sin. In the view of my faith, but I know people do it. I don't recommend it or participate in it. But yeah, so I'm an episode behind. But he just got the Black Whip, and you're getting to see all the stuff inside the one for all.
I
was getting confused.
Dude, I can never remember. I just call him Deku's power.
Yeah. Retro Game says AAA video games are doomed. A lot of people are trying to blame COVID on it. I don't know.
I just know that E3 sucked.
I mean, the Square Enix stuff looks pretty. I thought that Guardians of the Galaxy game looked really fun.
I didn't. I'm not up for that. After
you didn't like it?
No. I mean, especially
did you watch any of the gameplay?
Yeah, it just feels like it's gonna be like Avengers to me. Like they're just gonna throw wave after wave of generic enemy out at you.
It looked like Mass Effect to me.
If they have more of the strategic sort of gameplay and less cinematic gameplay, I might be up for it. But I just don't trust anything with the Marvel logo these days, especially when Drax looks really bad. They like Marvel has this weird thing where like in their video games they don't want to do the MCU version, they don't want to do the comic book version, so they try to take the best of both worlds and completely miss the mark every time, and you get weird like value brand versions of the Avengers, like or I guess now the Guardians. It's super weird. I don't get it.
The Drax design was, I don't know, that's what he kind of looks like in the comics.
No, because like in the comics, he's got like detailed tattoos, and even in the movie, he's got like the really detailed tattoos and like what would you call those? Brands and stuff. But in the game, it's just brands. Like big. Like in the video game, it's just big red lump with little like digital.
The top, yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Like they splashed blood on him, and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they like
down.
Give him,
what the hell?
They gave him an entire red top, and then just those little like circuit digits at the bottom, and I was like, that's a lame Drax.
Yeah, the Gamora could have been a lot better.
Gamora could have.
Rocket's got a beard. What the hell?
Yeah, the goatee.
Raccoon with a beard.
The goatee was weird. I'll admit that. But I thought Star-Lord was fine.
Star-Lord Western? Is that what?
Yeah, he definitely had like the. I mean, the haircut's in trend now, I guess.
Yeah, like this.
With the shaved side and then it pulled back. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that haircut was really cool when I saw it in Peaky Blinders.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite character, I think it's Albert, the older brother.
The one played by Cillian.
No, the other one, the older brother. It might be Alfred. I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But he has that haircut. I think I like him.
It's a good haircut. It's a very slick haircut. I do enjoy it.
So I wasn't again. I can't pull that off anymore because I just don't have that kind of hair. I don't have hair. I don't. My hand.
You gotta go Kingpin.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much have it pretty cut. So. Roof Train is saying Kamala Khan all of a sudden So the only reason, so this is Eidos Montreal, which is different. It's not Crystal Dynamics. It's a different company developing it. I don't know. I wasn't turned off from it. I did see most people were like, dude, after what Square Enix did with Avengers, no, I saw a lot of that in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, like, and like, I'm really worried for the quality too, because if you go back and look at the trailers, there are a bunch of shots where like the Guardians are in space or they're flying through space, and there are no stars in the background, like that. When you can't do graphical details like that really, like, that's not even a detail. That's your setting is space. You've got to have stars. Like,
yeah. What did you think of Final Fantasy Origin?
I'm up for it. The more I hear about it, the more I kind of am digging it. It looked a little like it needs to be obviously worked on and like smoothed out. Yeah, polished a lot, but I'm up for it. It seems
it looks like
cool.
They're doing an alpha test right now or something like that.
Yeah, they have a demo out. Yeah,
demo for it's only for PS5 though.
I know, and I'm like, okay,
like,
congrats with your like test pool of 5 people.
Yeah, I don't know anyone who has a PS5 yet.
I don't either.
I don't know why you. There's no reason to. All the new games they're announcing are still coming out for PS4.
I know.
Why would you buy a PS5? The only reason why you would do that is you wanted more extra hardware. Or hard drive space.
Yeah, and even then, it's like you would have to go out and buy an extra hard drive anyway. So what advantage are you getting?
Yeah,
just hang out, guys. Like, wait for it to go down in price and wait for actual games to come out. Because
Spencer,
what's
up?
This
true. Kamala's in.
Do not do that. Do not.
Kamala's in Kingdom Hearts 4.
I genuinely believe that's what Kingdom Hearts is going to go to next, is Star Wars and Marvel. And if Kamala's there, I'm going to snap the disc in half.
Oh, the bait and switcher, the original.
It will be the bait and switcher. Sora, Goofy, and Donald will land in like, I don't know, call it like 616, and they'll land and it'll be like, wow, look at all these, like, who are these Avengers? Like all these like there's all these posters and people like and action figures, and the only hero they're going to meet is Kamala because, guys, I need your help to find the Avengers. And it's like, wow, that's cool. Awesome. Like, can I leave now?
Did we get...
So we got
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting it now. We got $5 Australian super chat from Revolar Vita. It says, Anime Lab has officially removed interspecies reviewers from their streaming services due to the merger with Funimation. Yeah, I saw you posted that in our Discord. I think Spencer's gonna look into that.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely we'll probably have a story on that either tomorrow or Friday, probably depending on what Spencer's work. I mean, Spencer's got a bunch of stuff he's working on.
Yeah, we got a lot coming.
DZ3 says, I am interested in Final Fantasy Origins, but I don't like the graphics though.
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's got to get polished more.
Definitely. It looks cool. I thought the screenshots that that they sent us looked pretty cool.
I love the one you used for the featured image. I love that.
Yeah,
like the
I thought
slicing.
that was cool. Yeah, and the story seems interesting. When I actually watched the trailer, they do have Garland there.
Yeah.
So you get that throwback with Final Fantasy, the first Final Fantasy, and he's like wanting to become Chaos. So
Chaos going.
Yeah, so it looks interesting. I'm interested in the story there. Final Fantasy's always been about the story for me. So because I came on board with Ivalice in 12. It's still my favorite game, the first one that I played. But yeah, Revol says I demand the true Warriors of Light. Well, that'll be interesting to see. They think they're Warriors of Light, but we'll see what they are. I don't know.
Warriors of Light.
They described it as a side story to like the first Final Fantasy.
If you go back and look at a lot of Yoshikawa's art for Final Fantasy 1, he did a lot of the scenario shots and stuff show a black guy, like it's the Warrior of Light with a party of 3 people, a black guy, a blonde-haired guy, and just another guy. So people are also speculating that the real Warrior of Light will show up later, like in armor and all cool and stuff. So who knows?
Yeah, like I have him on my Dissidia game.
Yeah, dude, he's so cool.
Omnia Opera. But Alexander Vidakovich is a fan of Final Fantasy 12 as well. Final Fantasy 13 was terrible.
Yes.
And then 15, I didn't like the warp mechanic.
15, I didn't even like the protagonist really.
I wasn't against him. I just didn't like I really just didn't like the warp mechanic.
Yeah, I can get that.
Like it just totally turned me off. I liked like 12. I love the Gambit style combat they had in 12. And then the whole world of Ivalice is just really cool. I love Ivalice.
Yeah, I love Ivalice, yeah.
More games in Ivalice, please.
The Vera.
Yeah, Resurrection,
so
Final
cool.
Fantasy 13, the long haul. Seriously. That's all like
oh my gosh.
Yes. There was like one area I think that was
there are 4 entries of the long hallway game.
there was one area where you could like maybe explore a little bit, but otherwise it was just sucked. I like the characters.
Fantasy 13-3 with more hallway.
I like the characters. I like Snow and Lightning. What's the?
I like the black guy's name.
The black guy with the guns. Saz.
Yeah. With the little chocobo.
Vanille with her little staff. I thought the characters were really cool in 13, but the gameplay was again not good.
It's too much, man.
Yeah.
Like if that was somebody's only experience with like JRPGs and Final Fantasy, I would completely understand if they hated RPG mechanics. Because it's somehow it's just all the boring worst parts of JRPG mechanics of the game, and I don't know how they pulled that off.
Yeah, and then I really didn't like the
series rather.
The equipment system. The equipment system was like Disgaea. It was like super grindy.
Oh, it was so weird. I didn't like it.
But I did see. I know you're excited for Advance Wars. I saw someone else say that as well. Up here, where was it?
Just give me Metroid Dread.
Dude, that looks. I can't believe.
Here it is, Retro Game.
Dude, I can't believe that flew under the radar for a lot of Metroid fans.
I mean, Nintendo's really tight-lipped with everything. Like they rarely have any sort of like leaks. Like if they don't want you to know something, you're not going to hear something.
I heard that there was supposed to be a Golden Sun. There were rumors about Golden Sun announcement, and then because of the rumors, they like canned it.
They pulled it,
which is what they did with they did that with the Netflix show, the Zelda. Netflix.
Oh yeah, that's right.
There was going to be a Zelda thing, and then they like axed it because it got leaked.
People found out about it.
Yeah.
No, give us more Golden Sun.
Retro Game is all about Nintendo. Breath of the Wild 2, Advance Wars, and Metroid Dread.
I heard
that was like I only watched the Nintendo thing because I watched it with Vera. I was on Vera's channel.
Oh, you're on Vera's stream with her. That's awesome.
And I watched some of that while I was whatever I was doing. I think I was putting up the square stuff on that one.
Oh yeah.
But
as it came in,
I was a little disappointed in Advance Wars because it looks like it's just a remaster of the first 2 games.
But like they also, it is the first 2 games, but they're also like redoing the animations and the cutscenes and stuff. So I'm up for that. And honestly, like if
it does well, you get a new one, maybe, right?
Yeah, well, we get a new one. I'm like an addict, man. Just like give me anything you can give me of Advance Wars.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed we didn't see any Fire Emblem. I've definitely become a huge Fire Emblem fan,
especially after the last thing,
3 Houses
like direct.
Really good.
The last direct they talked a lot about like here's what's coming up for Fire Emblem, and they didn't even like mention it or even like put the game in a montage. That was really weird.
Yeah,
I want classic. I want
Super
classic Fire
Switch.
Emblem. I don't want the action Fire Emblem stuff.
Oh, the Musos, yeah.
Yeah.
Alexander,
Vidakovich.
No.
I disagree. I like Dragon Quest.
I like it. What the hell?
Yeah. Dragon
I
Quest
love
is great.
Dragon Quest.
Dragon Quest is like classic JRPG. Like that is like classic.
If Final Fantasy 13 is all the bad parts of RPG mechanics magically manifested into one game, Dragon Quest is all the good mechanics manifested across a series. Yes, there are some misses, but like the recent ones have all just been really good, guys.
Yeah, what is it, 11 or whatever?
11
the complete edition is really good.
It's such a good.
The only part I'm at right now, I had to like it was you're separated from your party and you're like having to do each character's like little like side
yeah,
missions.
You're still on.
It's a little tedious.
Yeah.
It is. That's like in the beginning-ish, and the beginning-ish.
Like halfway through.
Is it halfway through?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
it is halfway through. That's right. That's the whole point of the separation. I
just lost to the demon people or whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It is a weird like halt moment. I definitely lost momentum like getting to that point.
Yeah.
Just kind of like okay.
Right. I am like I'm also like dude. Digimon, man, the Cyber Sleuth game is freaking awesome.
I loved that game. I loved that game so much.
That game also takes a crap ton of time.
I know.
Have, like the double edition one.
I do.
Stories. Like I still haven't beaten it. I've put in like
I've beaten the first one. I don't even think I've started the second because it's just like I know I'm gonna have to put in so much time.
But the Digimon stuff is really cool. So I'm surprised we haven't seen anything really new from that. I know Bandai's got the mobile game Ria Rise or whatever, which is but no, like that's classic RPG too. JRPG.
Mm-hmm.
Final Fantasy X. Yeah, I think I might have to go out and get the remastered version on that. That's the one thing I haven't gotten yet. So yeah, Revol says there's Digimon Survive is coming out. I haven't seen that. So
I haven't heard of that.
No.
Oh, I think is that the new
survival game? It's a survival game. It's coming from Bandai, so which they're the ones who usually publish
survival strategy role playing game. I'm in. Sure. It's Digimon. Sure. Why not? Why not?
brand new group of teenagers, Takuma Momozuka, get lost on a school camping trip, finding them transported to a strange new world of monsters and danger. As they fight their way here, I guess I'll share it so you guys can see what I'm. As they fight their way back home through an animated world of difficult decisions and deadly battles, players' choices throughout the game will impact the evolution of their monster allies and the final ending. Battles in the game are fought in 2D in a more classic SRPG style. Oh yes, thank you. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm 1,000% there. Are you kidding me?
I'm down with that. I haven't played a lot of Tales. I think I played Symphonia. I think that's the one I played too. Was that the PS3 one?
No.
PS3.
Symphonia was the one for GameCube.
Okay.
That's the one I played with like the red shirted or the red coated protagonist.
I played a Tales game for PS3. The combat system took me a little bit to get used to. I think that was actually like a digital download. That was when I didn't actually like Zillia. I think that's the one I played. Tales of Zillia.
You're Cilia.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. The combat system did take a little bit getting used to.
I've always wanted to get into that series, but it's another one of those ones that has like a lot of entries, so I need to like buckle up to like get into it.
There's like the Neptunia one too, Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh, I played those ones. I like those ones.
Those are fun.
I like them. Yeah, I like them a lot. They're a lot of fun.
Everything, like, I don't know. I was kind of turned off by the combat system when I was looking at it.
I don't blame you. Yeah, it's a pretty simple combat system. I think I like it more for the characters because they're all parodies. Not even waifus. It's because the whole gimmick of the Neptunia series is that each of the characters is a like anthropomorphized version of a video game console. So you've got like an Xbox and a PlayStation and a Nintendo. So you have a lot of like console war jokes and I don't know. It's just like a lot of fun. It's definitely not the deepest. There's definitely better games for gameplay.
Okay. Mark63366 is asking about Armor Core. Oh, I remember this game.
Oh, I miss them, man. They're never coming back.
I don't think so. I think that's
I love any game where you can pretty much customize a robot.
There's an online Gundam game. I didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's called Battle Operation. Good. It's not. I don't like it.
Very good.
Or like I'm torn. I see other people playing it and it looks really fun, but then when I play it, I know that like I'm not spending money on it. Like I don't want to spend money on it, right. So it's not fun.
Well, and games like that are literally like competitive PvP, you have to like spend time in it to like get good.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like you literally have to practice. Like you do. You have to practice. And like now, I just don't.
I ain't got time for that.
That's why I play Genshin because it's solo. I don't have to deal with anyone.
I don't have to worry about anybody else. It's just me.
Yeah, and then like I can like have time to like get to like, and I like how the characters all have like unique fighting styles, but so you can get to know them, and I think the rate like I actually like their pull rates are actually pretty decent too. So
they're actually not as brutal as like other games out there.
And their pity rate is like 90 pulls, so you get the 5-star at 90.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's not bad. That actually is really not a bad. That is really not a bad pull rate.
Should I even look at this?
No.
Alexander, the front mission games are really good, but again, it's like I don't know why they got rid of these games. It sucks. Bring them back. Front Mission was really good right before they ended it too. I remember it was like Front Mission 4. No, maybe it was like 5. But yeah, those games were really good. That's why I like Advance Wars more. I need more tactical like army RPGs. I guess I don't know. I like those more than like Knights.
Wait, you don't like tactics?
No, I love tactics. That's what I'm saying. I prefer like futuristic robot stuff to like medieval knights and stuff. So that's why I don't get as hype on Fire Emblem as John does.
I see.
Like very rare exceptions. Like I love Lord of the Rings. I love Zelda, and that's about it.
I love the medieval stuff. So
I wouldn't say that's about. I wouldn't say that's about it. I'm sure there's more if I thought about it, but
yeah, I'm surprised there isn't like a really good like Warhammer SRPG. Like,
dude,
what are they doing?
I've
seen some of the mobile stuff and they're no good.
I feel like
mobile SRPGs.
I feel like there's legitimate money being left on the table here because look at that, brought it back. It all comes full circle because no, there's definitely money to be left on the table because there's so many things that the Warhammer setting lends itself to that I feel like they're not doing, like video games, anime. I don't know. Everything should be anime.
Dude, yeah, the Warhammer, like I don't understand how there is not an SRPG like Warhammer game. Well, like with a freaking like cool ass like campaign mode. Just basically just take the campaign from
just give us a strategy RPG that just starts us in the lore and plays it through, because I want to be into Warhammer so bad, but holy crap, where do you start? Like it's worse than comics.
Yeah, I mean, start with you can start with Horus Heresy stuff. That's where I started.
Yeah, I feel like at this point I just have to pick a spot and go there.
Stop though. Yeah, you can start the Horus Heresy trilogy.
Spin a globe and throw darts.
Start with the Horus Heresy trilogy. It's pretty good.
I'm in.
That's with the 40K stuff, and I read all of those. I enjoy, like, obviously it's different authors, interestingly enough. But obviously you can tell some of the, like, I think some of the books are like the Abnett book is better than some of the other books. Like Dan Abnett can write. He's
hell yeah, he can.
But Mark 636 says Warhammer never did figure out games. I'm going to disagree on that because from what I understand, the medieval, the Total War game, Warhammer games seem to be a pretty big hit, and then the RTS Warhammer stuff is super good. I played that, and I love those games. And then I guess they did the third one, which kind of broke away from the RTS and was like you're like a squad or something. They said that was good, and I guess people liked there was like a first-person shooter one that they got, and then they have the co-op game that actually looks kind of fun. They actually do have an SRPG. They just came out with it. It didn't look very good though.
Warhammer Space Marine. Let's see.
I've heard the Space Marine is good, and I've just never been able. I've just never had the chance to give it a shot.
The Mechanicus is an SRPG. I have that for the Switch. It looks super grindy, and like it wants you to die all the time, and I don't like that. So I kind of like. And
it wants you to die all the time. Dark Souls.
Yeah, no, it's like I guess like you can like because it's like they're robots or something. Yeah, Mechanicus is the Warhammer SRPG, and then there's a new one that they just came out with too.
Dawn of War 3 is not real.
Yeah, I agree. Dawn of War 2 is fantastic, though. I love Dawn of War 2 because that's like the actual RTS. No, there's this Dark Tide game, which I think that's the co-op. That's the co-op game where you have like it's like you're fighting hordes of like the rats or whatever they're called.
Oh, Vermintide?
Vermintide.
Vermintide.
But you're fighting the Vermintide people. They just came out with a new one. I did a story on
it.
Right,
Don?
Yeah. Guess that makes sense.
Sure are.
It's like it's not a 40K game. It's a it's like that. It's an alt universe Warhammer game.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, it's here it is. Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormground. So I might have to check that out. I don't know. It wasn't like really catching on to me. Fat shark. Yeah, Vermintide is different than the Dark Tide game. Those are two different games. I think it's like a. But yeah, there's a ton of Warhammer games now.
I'm trying to think of the. Now I'm looking at stuff.
But yeah,
this is what we do, folks. We research.
Live research. One night only. This is what you come for. I know this is the draw.
This is what I come for.
And then there's also another one. There's also another one that was announced by Slytherin, who's the people that do the Battlestar Galactica game that Drew plays or played. I don't know if he still plays, but they announced a turn-based strategy game called Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector.
Ooh,
so
I just like that name.
Battle Sector is a fast-paced turn-based strategy game set in the grimdark universe of the 41st millennium. Pick your forces, develop your army, field mighty heroes, and fight for victory using superior strategy, awesome abilities, and devastating weaponry. It looks like it's an RTS.
Sounds like it. Or looks like it, rather.
But it's turn-based. So it's like... what was that game called? That I played it all the time.
Age of Wonders.
Age of Wonders.
No, it's almost like Halo Wars. I guess that was a little more active than turn-based. It just reminds me of Halo Wars. I miss Halo Wars.
It's got like it looks a little bit like the combat looks like Civilization, like Civ 5. Moving in the hexes and stuff. What does this add? Smokers, who cares?
Are you a smoker?
Are you a smoker, John?
The Paisanos was really trying to get me to go there for lunch tomorrow.
You can see their full menu. You can know what you want ahead of time.
I do eat at Paisanos. I'm not gonna lie. So those are probably like you've like, been to our website.
Yeah.
Go there. Go again, please.
Yeah.
Retargeted ads or whatever.
Targeted, yeah.
But yeah, no, this looks kind of fun. So I like if you played Age of Wonders, you basically are building up a city. You deploy heroes. You have to like get resources, and then you like attack. It's like Total War without like the RTS. Right, like not without the RTS zoom in battles. Ravul says there's a Warhammer 40,000 Tactics game on PSP. Is that any good? Who has a PSP?
No idea. I know. Seriously, I have mine somewhere, but I'm not actively using it. And also, where do I buy a PSP game?
I never even bought. Like I think I got I stopped at Game Boy Advance. I never got the DS. I actually saw.
I've heard that.
I was looking into the Mario plus Rabbids game. They actually announced a new one, an expansion or something.
Yeah.
I think it's like a straight up sequel. Yeah.
Yeah. So I heard people like the Mario plus Rabbids.
I heard it's really good. Surprisingly, like I haven't played it myself, but I've heard good things.
I might have to check it out. What is Don laughing at?
No, it's a better XCOM game than the actual XCOM game.
Yeah, XCOM games are not fun anymore.
I never played those. They're
like alien SRPGs.
Yeah, I knew they were alien strategies, but
you actually might like them. They're very, what's the right term? They're like they're very like Americana versus aliens. Whoops. Like whoa. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it right. It's good. I think you'd like it. Like it takes place in like the 50s, and you play like the military, and there's alien. I don't know. It's really good.
I still can't believe there hasn't been another Final Fantasy Tactics like game. Like that game had so much depth to it, and I have not seen it. Like even in Three Houses, the Final Fantasy Tactics has more depth than Three Houses does. I just don't understand why there hasn't been that depth isn't there.
It's because everybody's too busy pumping out Final Fantasy 13-19. Lightning goes to college.
Or they're talking about a panel of diversity and how they're so grateful for the diversity that they have.
That's more important than fun gameplay.
Alexander Vidakovich is another person. I'm not a big fan of the Souls games, I'll be honest.
I'm not a fan of Souls games. I like the Neo, obviously. You can check out our review.
Yeah. I only played Demon Souls though. I didn't play Dark Souls I only played Demon Souls and I just died a lot.
As is tradition.
Yes. I think I did beat the first boss. I got past the first boss.
I played Cuphead.
But yeah.
Ooh. No. Don't like the punishment.
That's freaking.
Wrestler Game says Final Fantasy Tactics requires game designers. They don't exist anymore in AAA development.
Oh.
You get all your whatchamacallit, like interns. your DeVry game design graduates to make your walking simulators.
I mean, I do like I'm telling you, like the Genshin Impact stuff. Like they have some cool stuff in there. Like, and it's stuff they switch it up like every month too. They add new stuff. Like this month they have like a bunch of like they're pretty easy. I'm not gonna lie, they're really easy. They probably should have been a lot harder. But they have like a puzzle. It's like a puzzle thing where you gotta like take your boat through collect the coins to get enough coins, and it's like a maze type thing. Like follow the route, collect the coins, like Sonic-ish. But and that was fun. They had a freaking tower defense option like 2 months ago. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a tower defense mini game where you're like you're in the map and like you can affect like the monsters coming at you, but you also have to like build your like towers and like place them efficiently. And that was really cool. So I like that one. They should keep that. They need to bring that back and just have it like regular, like a daily quest. I would do that. Just have like new like obviously that would take a lot of time to like create new tower defense maps, but I enjoyed that a lot. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But
sounds
so
like
they have,
like, especially
they
because you
have
can run it easy.
yeah, they have like a lot of different stuff. So they're always mixing it up, which you can do. Revul
Which you
Arvita
should do.
says, Australian $2 super chat says Langrisser greater than Fire Emblem. I really like the Langrisser mobile app, but I've gotten so far behind now. It's just, there's like that's what happens
I haven't
when
played
you
Langrisser in a long time.
when you play the mobile app games and you like go away for 6 months. Sometimes they introduce so much stuff that gets so much more complex. You're just like, what is all this
Like,
stuff?
oh
like,
my gosh, I can't keep going.
You're just like overwhelmed and you just feel so far behind. And then the only thing I really didn't like about the Langrisser mobile app is it felt like the end game was too focused on the PvP, and you had to like really do. I just don't like I said, I'm not into doing the PvP stuff anymore, because in order to like actually compete, you have to put in a ton of time, and I just don't have that. I just don't have that time anymore to like actually like try and compete with these people.
Right. So let me play it on my own terms and get my own enjoyment out of it, because I'm clearly not going to be able to get it out of that.
Right. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm very well aware that I'm not going to be like number one on these games where people are playing every single day and like playing for like tons of time, where I'm just doing the daily quests and I'm out.
I just want to have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I will say that the mobile game has like really, like, when I do go in there, like they have some really challenging maps. Like there's some tough maps. Like I know that I have to like I go to this guy has a YouTube channel. I'll go to his YouTube channel and I'll like try and see what he does, and like he's got like different characters. So you're obviously not, you can't completely like copy what he does. But yeah, Mark 63, that's why you pay to win the game. Well, no, the Langrisser game. The Langrisser game isn't pay to. I don't think it's pay to win.
Nah. Because again, it's not really hyper focused on that. Like,
yeah, it's all about strategy.
Like yeah,
because it's literally an SRPG. But yeah, Revul, I also have I did get the Switch 1 and 2. I got the Fire Emblem one too. I just haven't. It's there. I played a little bit of it. The first game is quite fun. It's definitely different than Fire Emblem, but when I was playing, I was enjoying it. I have the Switch version. I got the hard copy. I went out and got that at like GameSpot or GameStop or whatever it is. Not GameSpot. GameSpot's the website.
The website. I do that all the time.
They're like super woke. I think they own Newsarama now or something like that.
I think they've been associated with them for a while.
I think they're more access. I don't think they're too woke yet.
No, they have some woke opinion editorials, but yeah, they're different.
Yeah, you have to look at their editorials. Their general news is more accessy, but their editorials definitely are a wannabe Kotaku.
Yeah, we have some access too. Like obviously, I get the Square Enix press. I get the Amazon press releases. Look for that tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I get Netflix ones all the time. I get
Netflix. I don't understand why.
I don't know why Netflix won't add you.
They won't add me. They won't add us. They don't like us. Just like what's this guy's name here? I already deleted it, or I X'd out of it. He's like our biggest fan, actually. He hates on us so much. He like
Sword of the Morning.
No. That guy got called out for his Rossicism by
Rossicism.
No. The Vito.
Screw that guy.
Vito is actually our biggest fan because somehow he's always talking about us like all the time.
Rent free. It's nice here.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So there was this Amazon sent me an email. I'm going to be doing an article on it, just like J.J. Abrams and Bad Reboot. Amazon Studios. This is the literal headline. Here, I'll just share I'll share the screen so y'all can see. Amazon Studios releases inclusion policy and playbook to strengthen ongoing commitment to diverse and equitable representation. So
your workers are peeing in bottles. Let's deal with that before any of this.
So I'll be diving into what exactly is in that email. I just it came out like at noon, but I haven't looked into it. So YouTube me says he's going to email Doomcock some more scoops. Those are terrible. I like Doomcock. I find his videos entertaining as well. I actually used to do something similar to that back in like my early 20s, so like almost over a decade ago. Like I still have I used a Carnivale mask that I bought in Venice.
Yeah, dude, it's rad.
But yeah, there's some old videos that were like mine were much more like was not pop culture focused. They were just pure like satire.
Opinion, yeah.
Yeah. All right. It is 12:40. We went 40 minutes over our usual time.
I legitimately had to look
show
at the
tonight.
clock.
Really enjoyed it. So we'll kind of go around the horn here. We'll start with Spencer. What do you got? I know we've kind of already talked about a little bit of it, but
yeah. So I'm back in the saddle after having traveled around the country, after having been in California these last couple weeks. So I've got a lot on my plate. I've got a lot of articles from the team to edit to drop tomorrow, and then I've got a bunch of things coming out for you. I've got Kevin Hart. I've got Kotaku being really dumb on both counts. I've got Harrison Ford. I was just about to say Indiana Jones. Bunch of other stuff that I have written down that I can't remember off the top of my head. But tomorrow should be a big output day, so be looking forward to that. And then, of course, as always, we'll be back next Wednesday for another Black Pill stream, and hopefully I'll catch up with Loki so that I can actually talk about it.
Yeah, we might also do a Bounding breakdown tomorrow too.
Yes, I forgot. We can start doing those again.
Yeah, we might do one. We might do one of the Kotaku ones. We'll see. Or the Harrison Ford one. We'll see. I mean, there's all the stuff.
All of them are really good. Yeah.
So we'll definitely be doing those again as well. But Don, I know you've got a Namor story.
A big one. I'm not going to spoil it.
Yeah, don't spoil.
I don't want to talk about it on air because
let the headline drop and let your jaws drop, and then
but yeah, that's coming out soon. Today, y'all saw the He-Man stuff that was going out, and that's catching fire right now.
It should.
And Kevin Smith reads Bounding into comics.
Yeah.
He does. He literally had his
awesome.
phone out and was reading our website on his phone during his stream because we were the only ones who had the Clownfish TV original scoop, and then the Screen Rant stuff as well, and then his responses was all there. So we were the only ones who had that.
Why we're the best.
So,
That's why Google don't like us.
I found that it was so funny. I thought it was just so funny when he was just reading. Like you could see him, he just pulls his phone out. And
yeah,
like,
John sent it to us, and I was just like, "What?"
You could tell he's going through the article because he's like reading he was reading the tweets. That he made.
But yeah, Kevin Smith owes Clownfish TV an apology.
Yeah, he said this on. I think that's what he said on. Yeah, he watched He-Man from 1981. He said that on his stream. It was a daily ritual. He said, which I don't know. I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he did tweet that he wasn't a He-Man fan, and then someone in the comments of that video that I put up there said that he also said something on his like Comic Book Man TV show that he wasn't a He-Man fan as well. So, all right. Other than Namor and then your He-Man article, what else you got? Anything else you're working on?
Dude, whatever else comes up in the week. I'm sure it's been a hell of a week. I don't know if we'll talk about some other stuff off air, but
okay.
Yeah, look forward to it. And then stuff on my channel. I've got actually 2 videos to edit, so look forward to Words of the Day. So.
Sweet.
Cannot wait.
Luis Morales is going to close us off here. He says, Take-Two openly said themselves they care about diversity and inclusion as if they promote authenticity, cultural relevance, and better reflection on the audience that enjoy them. He says, boycott them.
No, they just want your money. That's all they want when they say that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the little diversity panel they were having?
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that because I didn't hear
weird.
about that. I'm telling you, stuff that happens on Sunday, I don't really pay attention to it because I'm taking the day off.
Yeah, normally Sunday is my territory, but of course I was traveling this last one. So
I'm like,
I was
sending me all these emails on Sunday, and I'm just like, oh well, not getting those today.
Yeah, and
I was
watching
doing stuff too.
I was watching the stuff happening with.
Don was our eagle eye this last Sunday, actually.
Director in real time, and it feels like me.
Man.
And,
Oh,
Mangold.
the Mangold.
Yeah, the
We didn't
Mangold.
talk about him. Today.
Yeah.
and then me and Odin were doing like a double team trying to take.
I saw. Yeah, I
Common
included
sense.
Odin. I included Odin's stuff in the article that I did, in the video that I did. Yeah, he was so bizarre. But yeah, so as for me, I'm gonna have that Loki review up. Look for that tomorrow. Like I said, I've already probably got about a quarter of it written, ready to go. So hopefully, I think I've got like how I'm gonna record worked out. We'll see if it works. Because if not, it might come out a little bit later.
Yeah.
when I get my SD card.
Flight delay.
Yeah.
But
But look for that. That'll be coming out. Like I said, we might do a bounding breakdown, and I don't know if we'll see what happens. Like Don said, we'll see what the news is like, and I might figure out what I'll do for the second video.
It's popping.
Might do. I don't know. There's this
news.
I'm definitely, yeah, the news is crazy right now. There's so much stuff. Like I might do this Fabian Nizia. I don't know how to say his last name.
I've
Deadpool
never
guy.
known how to say his last name.
But he's like crapping on DC for their like stupid
Oh yeah.
Batman stuff.
The controversy.
Yeah, but JB might do that. I'll see. I might give that one to JB. We'll see.
The mealtime controversy.
Yeah, apparently they already did that in the Kevin Smith's freaking Green Arrow run.
Yeah.
Apparently.
He showed the panels.
Yeah, he showed and then he showed like a shower panel too. So I was just like, geez. Wow. But anyways, I mean I had the demon stuff on there, the Son of the Demon, which has like the scene with Batman and Talia, and then obviously there's the Hawkman that I showed a bunch of times, where he shows him as a straight man. Or no, not Hawkman. Alan Scott, Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, Green Lantern.
But
Wasn't
he's
there an
with
animated-
like Hawkman is in that one.
Wasn't there an animated thing where Batman got with Barbara Gordon?
Batgirl. Yeah.
The
Killing
Killing
Joke.
Joke.
It's the Killing Joke anime. It's the opening. It's like the opening scene. It's weird. It's so weird. That's
Yeah,
like what they.
it's
added.
not- it's
They
not
added
good.
the Killing Joke. It's like they get in a fight, and then Batman's like on top of her, and then like or no, she's on top of Batman, and then they kiss, and then it just goes.
And then it just rolls into it, and then there's pregnancies, and it's all done.
Yeah, it's just absolutely terrible.
It's really
All
like the worst thing.
Yeah, just delete it. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you next Wednesday for the Black Pill stream, always at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then, like I said, might be no, it's Tim Drake, so I'll be doing that story tomorrow as well. And I think he's bi, I guess, not gay. We'll see.
We'll find out tomorrow.
But yeah, look for that. Maybe that'll be the video I do tomorrow. So look for that tomorrow. We will see you. Have a great night. Bye.
Night,
Take
guys.
it easy.